I had a good weekend. It was just busy. I know Shar had a good evening last night because he was talking in Discord about how he had a good evening last night. So we'll see whether Shar's back to grumpy or whether he's still on a high from last night's Cowboys win. Oh, you enjoy Alistair, but you always play as an elf and there's no happily ever for that pairing, so I romance Zephyrin. Yeah, you're always busy, Andy, it sounds like. I think you're a person who keeps yourself very busy. I've actually got stuff to do that's like, because I love fall, but now that fall's coming on, I have to harvest my tomatoes. I have to make tomato sauce, stuff like that. Just a bunch of chores, cut back a bunch of junk, all the kind of crap that you have to do when you own a house to get ready for winter. All right, let's get this video ready. So this playthrough has, it says it's Origins plus Dragon Age 2, Dragon Age Inquisition, and it's been modded. So I'm very curious to see this person's playthrough. It's kind of fun to watch somebody's playthrough that's not your own because they'll make different choices than you. Andy always romances Alistair. To romance Zephyrin, I have to play a male character to cut off. Oh, I had to play a male character to cut off access to Alistair. I've never romanced Zephyrin. I've only ever romanced Alistair. In fact, my very first playthrough of Origins, I played as a mage. And then when I got far enough into the game to realize that it wasn't going to work out the way I wanted it to work out, I basically had to start the game over. And I did a human noble in that play, like a human noble rogue, I think became my standard playthrough. I have a suspicion though, because I haven't played Origins all the way through for quite a while. I have a suspicion that I don't know if I'm going to like Alistair as much as I used to. It'll be curious to see. He's a cutie. All right, let's switch over to the gaming stream page. And then we'll start this and hopefully...
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came...
All right. Let me know whether you have good sound and whether the balance is good. Because to me, it sounds fantastic.
...to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to
Thumbs
me.
up,
I am
thumbs up
busy
on the
helping
sound.
the Grey Wardens by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Okay, good.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a
My
message.
first playthrough, I romanced
glibness
Alistair and kept
does
him
you
as a
no
Grey Warden,
credit.
not king. I was not
Here I
happy
thought
when
we were
you have
getting
to
along so
sacrifice either
well.
him or
I
your
was even
hawk
going to name one of
yeah,
my
I wasn't happy
children
about that
after you.
either.
The grumpy one.
But I love that they
Enough. I will
force you
speak to
into
the woman
decisions like
if I
that. That's
must.
what makes the game
Get
great.
out of my way, fool.
Okay, so this warden is completely modded. Is she?
One
She's
good
short.
thing
Is
about
she an
this
elf?
life
Is she
how
a?
it brings people together.
Oh,
It's
that's
like a
right. Not
party.
voiced.
We
It's
could
not
all
voiced.
stand
That'll
in
be
a
weird.
circle and hold hands. That would give the Darkspawn something to think about. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage? Hardly. I just like to know my chances of being turned into a toad at any given moment. Wait.
With Alistair, you have to use
right
right dog option to make him look out for himself, and then have your persuasion high, and always do the dark ritual. I know.
You right away.
You
I
have to harden him,
apologize.
and you have to do the dark ritual.
Good. You didn't
The
exactly
dark
catch me
ritual.
at my finest with the mage there. Allow me to
You've
introduce
left him in the...
myself.
Hi, Christy.
I'm
You've left him in the
Alistair,
fade.
the new Grey Warden. Though I guess you knew that. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining. Right, that was the name. You know, it just occurred to me that there have never been many women in the Grey
I've never
Wardens.
left Alistair in the...
wonder
I've never
why
left
that is.
Alistair in the fade. I always leave Hawk.
I'm getting that impression. So I'm curious. Have you ever actually encountered Darkspawn before?
Oh, you didn't harden
When
him to
I
be
fought
king.
my
Yeah.
first one, I wasn't prepared for how monstrous it was. I can't say I'm looking forward to encountering another. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
I always think it's a bummer, too, that you
do?
lose Duncan so early
Well,
in the game, because I
that's a
really
switch.
quite like
If you have any
Duncan's
questions,
character.
let me know. Otherwise, lead on. Yes? You first. Did you want to become a Grey
Stroud,
Warden?
that's who it is, Andy. Stroud.
You asked
Stroud.
in general. I'm asking in particular.
You know, but that's a
Conscripted,
problem
huh?
is they don't allow you to get attached to Stroud, so it's
Duncan
an easy
rarely needs to
decision.
do that,
I like
I
it better when they
I
make
was
decisions that
conscripted.
they're super
Not that
difficult
I didn't
decisions
want
because
to
now you
join.
become attached to the
I
character.
was training as a Templar for the Chantry before Duncan recruited me. That was about 6 months ago. Far from it. I never wanted to be a Templar anyway. Duncan saw I wasn't happy and figured my training against mages could double for fighting Darkspawn.
I think it is a
Now,
dwarf because she's pretty
here I
short.
stand, a proud
But she's not
Grey
as stout
Warden.
as I would have
Grand
expected the
Cleric
dwarf to
wouldn't have
be,
let
so
me
maybe
go
it's
if
just super
Duncan never
modded.
forced the issue. I'll always be grateful to him.
She's like a
I
5 foot
spent
tall
years in
woman.
that Chantry, hopelessly resigned to my fate.
Because she
Duncan
seems
was the
both
first
too
person
tall
who
and
cared
too
what I
slim to be a
wanted.
dwarf,
He
but
risked a
like I
lot
said,
of
it's probably
trouble
just
with the
modded.
Grand Cleric to help me.
She's a skinny dwarf.
It just wasn't for me. I believe in the Maker well enough, but I never wanted to devote my life to the Chantry. Then let's get a move on, shall
Let's get a move on.
we? Yes? What about? Of course. You want the Chantry's version or the truth? They seldom
This person's
are.
clicking through the dialogue
According
options
to the
pretty
Chant
quick.
of Light, the Maker imprisoned the old gods underground long ago as punishment for tricking mankind
But look,
into
considering the
worshipping
animation's
them.
awful,
The
he's
old
pretty
gods
cute.
still whispered to some men and taught them magic. These men became the Magisters of the Tevinter Empire. The Magisters used their gift to enter the Golden City, tainting it and themselves. They were cast out by the Maker and became the first Darkspawn. They fled
Darkspawn.
underground, bringing their taint to their gods. The tainted old gods were
Who
the
do you
Archdemons
romance, Christy?
who rose from their prisons and led the Darkspawn against the world. The truth is, we don't really know. They come up from the ground, and that's as far as we've gotten. Yes, and it nearly wiped us out. When defeated, the Darkspawn flee back underground and seek out another old god to taint, thus
Well,
bringing
plus that and the
another
Inquisitor's
blight.
hair, or the Warden's hair.
We haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I do the teeth one too. Otherwise,
People
you
are
get those
beginning to
horrible
think
dark
this is
gray
just an
teeth.
unusually large Darkspawn raid without an Archdemon to unify them.
Oh,
But
Origins, it's
seriously, the Archdemon could be in
Liliana.
the wilds or underground. It could be hiding. Just because it hasn't shown itself doesn't mean it isn't out there. They've controlled the deep roads ever since they defeated the Dwarven kingdoms. Even if we invaded,
Oh,
we
yeah, no, I
only chase
can.
them so far. The Grey Wardens killed so many Darkspawn by the end of the last Blight. People decided they were gone for good. The old gods were dragons.
Let's see, where should I move it? To the far
so
right?
The stories say.
Up in the
Big
corner? Would it be
ones.
better up here?
Intelligent, even.
Can you please
The
move your
Tevinter
head, lady?
Empire
You're
had
blocking the
big statues
dialogue.
of them.
Is it
Each
better up in the
dragon
corner
had a
like that?
name and a place in the cosmos. It's all very
I can make the
intricate.
box smaller
The
too.
Archdemons
You can
may
see
not
less
be
of
the
me.
old gods, but they're definitely dragons.
I can make me invisible too, because you don't have to see me at all.
Of course. We chop off the snake's head. It's
Bottom
the only
right.
way. According to texts, the most famous Grey Warden leader, Garahel, killed the Archdemon Underal in personal
I'll make it a bit
combat
smaller.
at the Battle of
Such a
Aesir
nice
to
head. That
end the
sounds-
last Blight. Without the Archdemon to command
But thank
them,
you.
the Darkspawn flee back underground.
Okay,
Grey
how's that?
Wardens keep watch. We feel the Darkspawn when they come. You'll understand after the joining.
Okay, is that
If you
is that better positioning?
Well, you'll understand. Not to mention people start to notice when Darkspawn pour out of the wilds and taint everything around them.
The other option is to put it sort of in the center on the right,
Thousands,
halfway
tens
down
of
on the right. But I
thousands.
think that I might be blocking
They've
out
had
too much of the
centuries
picture. What do you
to
guys
build up
think?
their numbers.
That's okay?
You want to ask me about something else?
Do you want to ask me about something else?
There's not a lot I can tell you.
I have to be honest. I
We
probably
go
would
and
have
collect
romanced if I'd
Darkspawn
had
blood,
my choice at the beginning of
and then
Inquisition
you'll
of
hear
anybody I saw in there. I would have
I can't tell
probably
you
romanced
much,
Duncan.
right? The
because he's
joining
more of a
is
grown up than
very
Alistair is. Even though I think
unpleasant.
Alistair's
I
cute, but
wish I
Duncan's
could
more of a
forget it,
grown
but
up.
I can't. I don't envy what you're going to have to go through. You learn why it's secret.
Oh yeah, that's
The
I see what
joining
you're
is
saying
the
because the
price we
dialogue's
pay,
way to that
all
side.
of us, for being able to defeat the
I want to
Darkspawn.
see the warden's face. I'd like the
You can't
camera to swing
refuse.
around so we can see the warden's face.
I guess you could try. Duncan doesn't usually recruit cowards. If becoming a Grey Warden were easy, we wouldn't recruit the best. You want to ask me about something else?
Well, clearly they felt the same way because they did add that in later on.
So I imagine.
We'll just have to
What
keep
would you
talking
like to
and keep
know?
reading. I don't want to read all
The
these
Grey
though. 'Cause
Wardens are warriors without equal.
boy, this person has played this a
Darkspawn's
lot because
ready to
look how
destroy the
fast
world
they're just
4
shifting
times
through the
over.
choices.
Each time the Grey Wardens led mankind to victory. Nobody knows more about Darkspawn, and nobody's better equipped to deal with them.
Then the
You'll
Grey
see.
Wardens.
Trust me.
I have a theory
I
about
don't
Dragon Age
know
with the
if
Grey
I'd go
Wardens.
that
I
far.
have a theory and
Duncan
a
says the
storyline
Grey
I'm really
Wardens
hoping
do
they incorporate.
Whatever is necessary to protect mankind from Darkspawn. That means some pretty extreme things. Whatever it takes.
Because I
to
think the
bring
Grey
victory.
Wardens need to redeem themselves.
Well, let's see.
And I think
Surely
they
you've
should
heard
be
of
given a
Weissaup's
chance to redeem
fortress,
themselves
the
because
great
in the
eyrie
books they're
carved
such
into the
a
white cliffs
venerable
far off in the
and,
Anderfels?
basically a noble
where
and
the
good
Grey
group.
Wardens
And boy,
once
they really got
kept their
trashed in
defense.
Inquisition.
The Griffins died out, however, and our numbers have dwindled since the last Blight. There's only a handful left in Ferelden. A few more in other nations. The others are camped with the King's soldiers in the valley.
I'd like to go to
King's given us a
Weishaupt
position
too
of
in
honor at the
in
vanguard,
Dreadwolf.
despite
I'd
our
like to
small
see
numbers.
Weishaupt. I'd like to see
I
the
think
Grey Wardens
Kalen
redeem
is actually
themselves.
excited to ride into battle with us. Maybe he thinks
Me
that's
too,
what his
Crystal.
father would have done. King Marek, Kaelin's father, reaffirmed the power the Grey Wardens were given during the Blights. In practice, we can't conscript
Hopefully
too
they let you
often
import the
without hurting
Dragon
our
Age
cause.
keep or just let you choose
were
your choices
exiled
from the
from Ferelden
previous game to
once.
keep it together.
Best not to let that happen again. You want to ask me about something else?
I don't know. I wonder whether they will
The one
do
tomorrow.
the tapestry thing
I'll tell
for
you. It's Ten Logain we
Dreadwolf,
should be
or if they'll
looking
just
to
make
win
it its
not the
own
king.
separate game.
Kaelin just wants his
If it
place
takes
in
place
history.
just a few years
But
after
Taeon is
the
planning
events of
strategy.
Trespasser, then they should have a
That's
tapestry
my
or keep or
opinion,
whatever it's
anyway.
called.
I guess I should be thankful the king favors us Grey Wardens. But I know who's keeping the lid on the pot.
I know who's keeping the lid on the pot.
You know, that's a good question. The other Grey Wardens are riding into battle with the king. I don't know if you'll be with them. We're at the edge of the Korkari Wilds, the eye of the
It's the
Blight
keep.
storm,
Which one is
right
the
where Horde
tapestry?
will be
Who's got
coming.
what game has the
Ostagar itself is
tapestry?
an excellent defensive position. The Wilders were pushed back from here time and again in ancient days. I'm sure Taeon Logain has the battle
Wow,
planned
I'm
to the
surprised at
last
how fast
detail.
this person is shifting through the dialogue
Still,
choice. I mean, maybe they
No
edited
Blight
it,
has
but
ever been
no, it doesn't look
defeated
edited
at so
that way.
little cost. If we don't break the Horde here, Duncan says it will spread until it engulfs all of Ferelden.
Well, it's also
Then it will
quite
take an
modded,
alliance
Crystal.
of
I'm using a
nations to fight
playthrough from
it,
a person,
which
not
would be
Naughty
bad.
Gaming, which is who I used
Neither the
last
king
time,
nor the
because their
Cairn
footage
really
looked
seems to
pretty.
believe this is a real blight, however.
It looked older. Let's
You
put it
want to
that way.
ask me about something else?
This looks quite
Then let's
modded,
get a move on, shall we?
but it's not as bad, except for the klutzy. Some of the animations on the movements are pretty bad.
Is that?
Hands, they have
Grey
problems
Wardens?
with. Oh, there's her face.
Well, he's not
She
half
looks
as
like
dead
the
as he
girl
looks, is he?
in Three
My
Men and a
scouting
Boy,
band was attacked by Darkspawn.
or
They
two
came out
two
of the
men and a.
ground.
What is that show? 3 Men and.
Please help me. I've got to return to camp.
I have bandages in my pack.
Oh, okay, we're out to collecting Darkspawn
Thank you.
blood. I forgot about this.
I've got to get out of here.
Did you hear? An entire patrol of seasoned men killed by Darkspawn.
Oh
Calm down,
yes,
Sir Jory. We'll be fine if
Jory,
we're careful.
poor old Jory.
Those soldiers were careful, and they were still overwhelmed. How many Darkspawn can the four of us slay?
Do you
A
guys
dozen?
leave the gore
100?
turned on, or
There's
do you
an
turn the
entire
gore off?
army in
I
these
kind of do
forests.
both because
There are Darkspawn about, but we're in no danger of walking into the bolt
I like
of
the
Horde.
realism of the gore,
How
but
do
it's
you know?
I hate the way
I'm
it's
not a
like the guy's
coward,
got blood all
but
over his
this is
face. He
foolish
just
and
leaves it there,
reckless.
doesn't wipe it off.
We should go back.
Which is not natural.
I am simply trying to stay
Okay,
alive.
look, she's a
You
skinny
do not
little.
see me
If she's a
fleeing,
dwarf,
do
she's
you?
a skinny little
A
dwarf.
bit of fear isn't unnatural, you know. Few
Yeah, I
relish meeting
generally leave it
Darkspawn
on, but
up
it
close.
bugs
I
me
know,
that they
I
don't wipe
know.
it off.
I know I'm relying on you to protect me. Know this. All Grey Wardens can sense Darkspawn. Whatever their cunning, I guarantee they won't take us by surprise. That's why I'm here.
You see, Sir Knight, we might
I
die.
mean, look, he's got blood
but we'll
on
be
his
warned
lips.
about it first.
That is reassuring.
That doesn't mean I'm here to make
Exactly.
this easy, however. So let's get a move on.
It's like you would not leave blood
You heard
spattered
the
all over
plan.
your face, somebody
You
else's
and
blood.
Alistair will go to the Tower of
See,
the
there-
Shower
I like Duncan.
and ensure the beacon is lit.
What? I won't
What?
be in the battle.
This is by the King's personal request, Alistair. If the beacon is not lit, Tern Logain's men won't know when to charge.
So he needs 2 Grey Wardens standing up there holding the torch.
Exactly,
Case,
Crystal.
right?
That's why when look, she looks like she's got to be a dwarf. I mean,
That
she
is
comes
not
up.
your
Look how short
choice.
she is. She's got to
If
be a
King
dwarf,
Kalen
but
wishes
she's
Grey
skinny.
Wardens
She's
to
real.
ensure the
She's
beacon
real
is lit,
slim.
Then Grey Wardens will be there.
She's
We
either
must do
she's either
whatever
a
it takes
4
to
foot
destroy
11
the
woman,
Darkspawn.
Crystal, or she's a dwarf.
Exciting or no?
I get it, I get it. Just so you know, if the king ever asks me to put on a dress and dance the Remigold, I'm drawing the line. Darkspawn or no. For you, maybe. But it has to be a pretty dress.
A pretty dress. Yeah, right. That's what I
Tower
would
is
be
on the
saying,
other side of the
Duncan.
gorge from the King's camp, the way we came when we arrived. You'll need to cross the gorge and head through the
Hey,
gate
look, my
and
logo's
up
right
to
on
the
top of my
tower
face.
entrance. From the top, you'll overlook the entire valley. We will signal you when the time is right. Alistair will know what to look for.
Yes, that's what you would look. That's what you would look like standing beside
I
you.
must
Come up
join
to
the
his,
others.
not even
From
his
here,
shoulder.
you two are on your own. Remember, you are both Grey Wardens. I expect you to be worthy of that title.
Duncan, may the Maker watch over you.
Oh,
May
we
he
didn't
watch
show
over
the
us all.
joining. Are we past the joining? I thought we were. Oh, they're back from collecting Darkspawn. They must have already done the joining. He runs away. All right. My logo's right on top of my face, you guys. Nice trick. Oh, I just accidentally made my face disappear.
The
Well, that was a
plan will
boo-boo.
work, Your Majesty.
Of course it will. The blight ends here.
Oh, hang on. Oh, can you guys still see me? Because I can't see myself anymore on my monitor. But if you can see me, I don't care. Or I don't care either way, really. But oh, you can't. Okay, that's what I thought.
Archers! Hounds!
Ah, I can't find it.
For Ferelden!
I just want to watch this for the moment. I'll fix it in a few minutes. I think it's just I've moved it behind the other source, but I have to dink with it. I don't want to spend all my time looking at that right now.
Sound The retreat.
Sound the retreat.
What about the king? Should we not...
Do as I command.
He's so bitchy. Hang on one second, you guys. I'm thinking with my... screw it. I managed to move it off the screen, and I have to dink with it. I don't want to do that. I do think Kalen had a hunch that Logan would betray him, and that's why he sent dollars to MotherMantiss. Hello. Hello, Rocco. I know. I don't like anything where animals get hurt in games. Oops. Sorry, you guys. I'm trying to get my face back on here without, like disrupting the screen. I'm going to put it on Be Right Back for just 2 seconds because I got to dink with the screen. It'll just take a sec. Okay, this is me dinking with the screen. I don't think I can fix this while I'm on stream. But now you can watch me fiddle with it. See, look, this is behind the scenes. I can see that it's there, but somehow it's gotten off. Oh, screw it. I'm just going to play the video and we can talk. I'm trying to fix my face back on the screen, but I don't care anymore. Heartbreaker. The VA, the voice actor Logan was the savior for the female Inquisition. Really? Oh, okay. I guess her name sounds familiar. I do think Kalen had a hunch that Logan would betray him, and that's why he sent Alistair to the tower. Maybe. Kalen doesn't strike me as a person who's super perceptive that way, but maybe. Yeah, I moved the source to put it on top. I just don't want to dink with it while I'm on stream because I have too much of a reputation of having problems anyway. I'm not sure what. All I did was, like, literally, I just moved it and then it disappeared, so. Yeah, and camera, it is, OBS is stacked. You have to stack the things in the order you want them to show, and my camera is on top of my screen capture, so it should be, the camera should be on top of it. Alistair. See, I'm still playing with this because it's bugging me. And yet, we're at a really big moment here. I'm not quite dead yet. I'm getting better. I think I'm feeling better. I'm not dead yet. God, is there a person alive that doesn't know that Monty Python reference? This is driving me insane. Aha, I found it. That's what happens when you unlock it. I resized the whole stupid thing. It took me a minute to find it. Okay.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
You're alive.
You're alive. You're a witch. Oh, look, now you can see my face. Is that terrible?
You were dead for sure. Duncan's dead. The Grey Wardens. Even the King. They're all
'Tis but a scratch.
dead. Oh, this doesn't
You
seem
coward, I'll still beat you.
If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about
Okay,
me
is that
as
better?
if I am
Look,
not
I got my face
present,
back.
lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never
The
told
first time we
us
did this
your
fight, the
name.
ogre grabbed you and
Names are pretty,
squished you,
but
so every
useless.
ogre in the fight
The
makes you
chasing
anxious.
folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legend?
Have you ever romanced Alistair, Shar?
Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the
And I don't know
Wilds,
if it's a
aren't you?
restored content
And what
mod.
does that
Ask
mean?
Andy, she'll know.
I know a bit of magic, and it has served you
Oh,
both
Flemeth
well,
looks
has
so
it not?
much better by Inquiisition, doesn't she? Whew, she's pretty rough looking here.
All that I wish you to do is what you are meant to do. It has always been the Grey Warden's duty to unite the lands against the Blight. Or did that change when I wasn't looking?
The Inquisitor is cute. She seems like a dwarf to me. I don't care,
If
but
you think small numbers make you helpless, you are already defeated.
But we were fighting the Darkspawn. The King had nearly defeated them. Why would Loghain do this?
Now that is a good question.
that's the $1 million
Men's hearts
question.
hold
Especially
shadows
since he was
darker
so
than
loyal to
anything
Merrick.
picture. Perhaps he believes
Not loyal
the
to
Blight
Merrick's
is an
son,
army
however.
he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The Archdemon. All Grey Wardens in Ferelden are gone. Except for us. I've lost everyone. For the love of the Maker, don't back out on me now.
Look, Andy is scary, her level
Duncan
of
was
knowledge
like a
about this
father
game.
to me.
I know the
I
story
won't
pretty
let
well,
his
but
death be in
you know
vain.
the game
I
inside
can't
and
do
out.
anything
I've
on
read the
my
book
own.
several times. I know the story pretty well, but you know the game
By
like, psh, I can't
ourselves?
believe how well you know the game.
No Grey Warden has ever defeated a Blight without the army of a half-dozen nations at his back. Not to mention... I don't know how.
How to kill the Archdemon, or how to raise an army? It seems to me those are two different questions.
Yes, they are two different
Have the Wardens
questions.
no allies these days?
Did they show? Look, I was thinking
don't
with my
know.
face cam. Did
Duncan
the
said
big?
that the Grey
Did the
Wardens of May have been
dragon
formed,
fly in? Did
and
she
Aunt
fly in
Ewen
and
would
rescue him? I
never
didn't see
stand
that
for
part.
this, surely. I suppose. Al Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Kaelin's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in
He's
the
a
Landsmeet.
good man, and he will help us.
Of course. We could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help.
Oh my God,
See,
Andy!
There is a smart
I have
lass.
1,000 hours in
Of
that
course.
game, or like 1,300 hours in that game, honestly.
Grey Wardens
But
can
I
do
don't.
as elves, mages,
Oh, on
and other
Dragon
places.
Age
They're
Origins. Oh
obligated
no,
to
I've only
help us
played
during
Dragon
the
Age
Blight.
Origins maybe
I may be old, but
4
dwarves,
times.
elves, mages, this Arl Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
The books I've
So
read
can we do
several
this?
times.
Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army. It's always been the Grey Warden's
It's
duty
very
to
weird to
stand
have
against
the
Blight.
warden be completely
right
mute.
now, we're the Grey Wardens.
So you are
I
set
know.
then, ready to be Grey Wardens. Now, before you go,
God,
there is
Flemeth's
yet
hair-
one more
Flemeth's
thing
hair.
I can offer you.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve? Or none?
Or
The Grey
none.
Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl.
I love that scene. Such
the
a
last
shit. What?
time I looked, you had ears.
Ha ha.
Have I no say in this?
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider this repayment for your lives. Pardon me, but I had the impression that you two needed assistance.
I had the impression you
Whatever
need the help,
form.
lady.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but...
Wow, Andy.
Won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point taken.
Point
Mother?
taken, lady.
This is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready. Alone, these two must unite for Eldon against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the blight. Even I.
I understand.
And you, Wardens. Do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
Allow me to get my things, if you please.
Allow me to get my things, maybe put a shirt on. Nope.
I
Not gonna
am
put a
at
shirt
your
on.
disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village.
Oh,
north
that's
of
the other
wilds
reason
as
I
our
didn't
first
use the other footage I was
destination.
thinking about using,
It's
because
not
I looked
far,
through it a little
and you will
bit, and the
find much
person
you
had their
need
Inquisitor
there.
playing in
Or
a
if you
thong, or
prefer,
their
I
Warden
shall
playing in a
simply be
thong the
your
entire time.
silent guide. The choice is yours.
It seems a bit silly to me.
Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Bah! 'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have
Taking
fun.
with my
dear.
camera just a second here. No. Literally every scene that has her from the back, you can see two butt cheeks and part of a thong. And I'm like, come on. Everybody else is in full armor and she's wearing a linen bra and a thong. Of course, I don't think I'd want to sleep in a steel breastplate like that either,
Bad
though.
dreams, huh?
It is ridiculous, Andy.
Like, as in the tainted blood, remember? You see, part
Oh my
of being
God,
a
you remember
Grey
this
Warden
camp
is
in
being able
Origins having to
hear
come
the
back here all the
Darkspawn.
time? Get all
That's what your dream
your
was,
dialogue stuff in
hearing
before you
them.
leave again?
The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight.
She was
It
hot.
takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can
You
understand
can still be hot
the
with clothes
Archdemon a
on.
bit, but
I mean,
sure can't.
I sound like a granny
Anyhow,
saying that, but it is
when I
jarring
heard
to
you
me to
thrashing
be
around,
playing
I
a
thought I
game.
should
Everybody's
tell
in
you.
full armor like Alistair
It was
is right
scary
now,
at
and then
first
the
for me too.
Inquisitor's wearing a helmet,
That's what I'm here
boots,
for.
and gloves,
to
and a
deliver
bikini.
unpleasant news and witty one-liners.
Yeah,
Anyhow,
exactly. Except
you're
it's
up
only
now, right?
covering
Let's
it's
pull
only
up camp and
covering
get a
like
move on.
7 square inches.
What do you need? Ask away.
Ask away.
Same way you did. You drink some blood, you choke on it, and pass out. You haven't forgotten already, have you? You're cute when you get all irritable, you know that.
You're
You get
cute
this
when
little
you're
knot
irritable.
right between your... Oh, never mind. Let's see, I was in the Chantry before. I trained for many years to become a Templar, in fact. That's where I learned most of my skills. Well, it wasn't an easy life, you know. I don't know whether or not you've noticed, but I'm not exactly the Chantry type. The Grand Cleric didn't want to
No,
let
he
me
doesn't
go.
seem like the Chantry type, that's
Duncan
for sure.
was forced to conscript me, actually, and was she ever furious when he did? I thought she was going to have us both arrested. I was lucky.
Yeah, but we all know that Alistair knew what he was doing, or Duncan
I
knew what he was
suppose the
doing when he
Chantry life is good
conscripted
enough for some.
Alistair.
Here, we have the chance to fight against the Blight. To actually do some good instead of sitting in a temple somewhere. I'll always be thankful to Duncan for recruiting me.
The
If it
guy in
hadn't
the
been for
background.
him, you know, I wouldn't have. He
Who
was
is that in the background? Look.
a good man who didn't deserve his fate. That much I'm sure of. Come on, let's go. I think I'm done talking. What do you need? You don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did. I should have handled it better. Duncan warned me right from the beginning that this could happen. Any of us could die in battle.
Yes, but too bad it was
Shouldn't
Duncan.
have
He was a
rushed
good
it, not with
character.
so much as riding on us, not with the Blight, and and everything. I'm sorry. I'd like to have a proper funeral for him. Maybe once this is all done.
And if we can
we're
ever
still
find the
alive.
pieces of his body.
I don't think he had any family to speak of. I suppose he did. It probably sounds stupid, but part of me wishes I was with
My
him.
God, Andy,
in
you're
the
like an
battle.
encyclopedia.
I feel like I abandoned him. Of course, I'd be dead then, wouldn't I? It's not like that would make me
Yes,
happier.
it was.
I think he came from High Ever, or so he said. Maybe I'll go up there sometime. See about putting up something in his honor. I don't know. Have you had someone close to you die? Not that I mean to pry, I'm just... Yes, I imagine you really have, haven't you? Thank you. Really, I mean it. It was good to talk about it, at least a little. I'd like that. So
Maybe I'll
would
just
he.
invite myself to go with you.
What do you need? Ask away.
Ask away.
Oh, did I say that? I meant that dogs raised me. Giant slobbering dogs from the Anderfells. A whole pack of them, in fact. Well, they were flying dogs, you see. Surprisingly strict parents, too. And devout Andrastians to boot. All right, I give. I cannot match your rapier wit. Let's
It's
see,
somehow
how do
not
I
as funny
explain
when
this?
you're
I'm a
like trying to
bastard.
race through the
And before you
dialogue
make any
things,
smart comments,
and
I
you're
mean
just
the
hearing everything
fatherless
Alistair
kind.
saying one after
My mother
another.
was a serving girl in Redcliffe Castle who died
He
when
definitely
I was very
looks
young.
modded, though.
Archdemon wasn't my father, but he took me in anyhow and put a roof over my head. He was good to me, and he didn't have to be.
God, I have to play this series again.
I respect the man, and I don't blame
I
him
really
anymore for
wish they would
sending
do
me
a
off to charge me
remaster.
once I was old enough.
I don't really like the play
I
style
was young
of
and
Origins.
resentful and not very pious. Of course I blamed him. I remember screaming at him like a little child. Well, I was a child, so I doubt he was surprised. Archdemon eventually married a young woman from Orlais, which caused all sorts of problems between him and the king because it was so soon after the war. But he loved her. Anyhow, then you, Arlessa, resented the rumors which pegged me as his bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10. Just
That's
as well.
horrible.
The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me. Maybe. She felt threatened by my presence, I can see that now. I can't say I blame her. She wondered if the rumors were true herself.
No, I
bet.
don't care. It's shitty. You don't do that to
I
a
had
kid.
an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so
I agree,
furious at being
Crystal.
sent away. I tore it off and threw it at the wall and it shattered. Stupid, stupid thing to do. The Arl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there and blamed him for everything. And eventually,
I know.
just stopped
I think it
coming
happens a lot in real life, though.
and raised my dogs.
I mean, not that people are kings,
Or I
but you
may
know
as
what I
well
mean.
have been,
Situations like
the way
that
I
where the
acted.
new wife causes issues for the
But
previous
maybe
children.
all young bastards act like that. I don't know. All I know is that the Arl is a good man and well loved by the people. He also was King Kaelin's uncle, so he has a personal motivation to see Loghain pay for what he did. Anyway, that's really all there is to the story.
Dance, fool, dance for me.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier. Yes, that's right.
Let me
I
guess,
stopped
you're
you
an
to tell
idiot.
you that I'm an idiot. Whew. Thank the Maker you know already. Now I can stop worrying I'll be found out. I am? That... No, never mind that. I'm not trying to be cute. I'm trying to be serious. Just listen. I told you before how Archdemon raised me, right? That my mother was a serving girl at the castle and he took me in. The reason he did that was because... well... because my father was King Marek, which made Kaelin my half-brother, I suppose. Ha! Yes, I guess it does at that. I should use that line more often. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone.
I do love the
Everyone
fact that
who
they use
knew
the
either
line.
resented
They
me
use
for
the
it or they
line.
coddled me. Even
Or
Duncan
they're using
kept
the
me out of fighting
storyline with
because
the
of it.
bastard instead of the legit
I
son.
didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
You talking about Isolde?
Oh,
Isolde?
good.
Isolde?
I'm
Is
glad.
that how you pronounce her name?
It's not
Isolde?
like I got special treatment for it anyhow. At any rate, that's it. That's what I had to tell you. I thought you should know about it. Besides my unholy love of fine cheeses and a minor obsession with my hair, no, that's it. Just the prince thing. No! Maker's breath. Just hearing that gives me a heart attack. It's not true, anyhow. I'm the son of a commoner. It was always made clear that the throne is not in my future. And that's fine by me. No, if there's an heir to be found, it's Arl Eamon himself. He's not of royal blood, but he is Kaelin's uncle, and more importantly, very popular with the people. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die
Yeah,
with the
but
rest of the
doesn't she
Grey Wardens.
sacrifice herself for her
The
son?
reason why I say I was lucky.
Well, I guess
Something on
depending
your
on what
mind?
storyline you pick.
Of course. Such as they are. That's a good
This
question.
is very weird to
There's
watch these
plenty in
cutscenes, and
Orlais,
there's
but who
only
knows
you only
where they
hear
might
you only
be
get to
found.
hear
And the
half of
nearest
the
Orlesian
storyline. You have to
city
read
is
the
weeks
thing, and
away.
this person's
If
flipping
we
through them
go
pretty
north
quickly.
and cross the sea, there's bound to be some in the free marches. Again, however, I just don't know where. I don't know anything about Grey Wardens in other lands. Here in Ferelden, there's our compound in Denerim at the palace, but that's it. Loghain will have control over that and be watching it, no doubt. Beyond
Oh yeah, look at the
that,
mods, the eyes,
the only place
nicer
I know of is
skin,
Weishaupt Fortress.
better teeth.
That's the headquarters of all Grey Wardens in the Anderfels.
Well, that's
1,000
true.
miles from here. But I've no idea.
But she
how
does
to even
sacrifice
contact
herself for
them.
him in the end.
So unless
I
we
mean,
try
well,
to get back to the
one
compound
hopes.
in Denerim, I suppose the answer is no. There's nowhere for us to go.
I'm not saying I like her.
I imagine that eventually the Grey Wardens outside of Ferelden will wonder what's happened. Why there's no contact from Duncan or someone. They'll send someone eventually. Though who knows what Loghain's people in Denerim will tell them. Maybe they won't send anyone. We could try to
No
contact
kidding.
them. But that would mean leaving Ferelden, and even if we did, they couldn't come back with us in time to stop the Blight. So that means whatever happens, it's up to us.
She lives in your playthroughs. I always have her
Just
sacrifice
left.
herself.
You mean just left Ferelden? I don't know.
I always
If
figure
there's
she's
an
the mom.
Archdemon,
She's the one who
however,
called the mage in to
we're
train the
supposed to
boy.
be
It's
the
her.
only
It's
ones
her.
who can
She's the one who
defeat
has to undo it.
And that means
the boy's
Blight
fault.
would grow unchecked. Eventually, other Grey Wardens in Orlais and other
Oh,
lands
absolutely
would hear
true,
about it, and they
Crystal.
would come to
Absolutely
fight it,
true.
but they
There's no
wouldn't come
excuse.
in
I
time to
completely
save
agree with you.
Ferelden. There's no way. I'm not going anywhere. I mean, eventually we would have to use.
I mean, look at
joining
that
to make more Grey
face. Look at
Wardens,
that
right?
face. How could you?
But I don't
How
know
could
how
you
to do the
reject that
joining,
face?
or what's involved. I know it involves lyrium and some other magic, and that it's really difficult to prepare, but that's it. Unless we can find out more about the joining, I guess we better get used to the idea that there might only be 2 of us for now. Until more come from elsewhere. About the Grey Wardens, anyhow. Fair enough. Something on your mind? Of course. Essentially, they're trained to fight. The Chantry would tell you that
Last
the
time I
Templars
played, I had her
exist
sacrifice
simply
herself.
To defend. But don't let them fool you. They're an army. The other main purpose for a Templar is, of course, to hunt mages.
I like
To
this
that end,
gigantic information
we train
drop.
in talents that drain mana and disrupt spells. Perhaps, but there usually isn't much of an opportunity. The Chantry keeps a close rein on its Templars. We are given lyrium to help develop our magical talents, you see. Which means we become addicted. And since the Chantry controls the lyrium trade with the dwarves, well, I'm sure you can put 2 and 2 together.
Pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Well, they do it, and they feel perfectly justified. You don't need lyrium in order to learn the Templar talents. Lyrium just makes Templars' talents more effective, or so I was told. Maybe it doesn't even do that. The Chantry usually doesn't let their Templars get away, either, so they can spread their
I'll be
secrets.
curious to see what this person does.
I'm a bit of an exception. Lucky me.
Okay, is she a dwarf or is she just... She's got to be a dwarf. She's a very, very modded dwarf. Ha ha ha. Forgot. Whoop. is this scene? This is not an original scene. I've never seen this before. Tell me this scene is a modded scene, right? Like she runs away. We got an ass shot of Alistair. I have not previewed this, so I have no clue what else is coming up.
Maybe this isn't the best time to be thinking about this, but I've something to ask you.
Did you come watch me bathe?
We'll be heading to Denerim soon. And when we're there, I wonder if we might be able to look someone up. No, I know that. That's not what I'm talking about. The thing is...
Oh, you're familiar with these mods. I have no idea what other mods have been added.
I told you about my mother, right? She was a servant at Redcliffe Castle and she had a daughter. Only I never knew about her. I don't think she knew about me either.
That's not a mod I've ever put in.
Secret after all. But
of course, you pair them with the natural bodies mod. I've seen this playthrough and it had a lot of modded scenes. Really? Well, I have not seen this playthrough, and now I'm really curious what scenes are coming up.
She's the only real family I have left. The only family not also mixed up in the whole royal thing. I've just been thinking that maybe it's time I went to see her. With the blight coming and everything, I don't know if I'll ever get another chance to see her. Maybe I can help her. Warn her about the danger, I don't know. Could we? I'd appreciate that. If something happened to her and I never went to
Alistair wants to go meet his long-lost half-sister.
I don't know if I could forgive
That should
myself.
go great.
Her name is Goldana, and I think she remarried but still lives just outside the alien.
It did say in the description that it's modded. I just figured updates, not necessarily entirely new scenes.
Of course.
Was that diaper you were wearing? Did you know that I saw you at the bathing?
I'm not sure I do. Have I never seen a basilisk? Ate jellied ham? Have I never licked a lamppost in winter?
Licked a lamppost in winter.
Dear lady, perish the thought. Well, tell me, have you?
You know, actually, I'm going to commit blasphemy here, but I actually think I like Kaelin better.
Just the once, and you didn't lose half of your tongue in the process. I'm impressed. I myself never had the pleasure. Not that I haven't thought about it, of course.
I always wish there was a way for a character to find out the truth that Goldana isn't his sister and tell him. I know.
Oh, that's funny.
Because she's such an ass to him.
Such a beautiful woman. If you hear sobbing later, that's me crying myself to sleep. Did I say beautiful? Do you have any particular opinion on my saying that? Then I'll have to think of something more provocative next time, won't I? Until then, we should get underway, no? I have many tearful nights in my tent
very
to
white
contemplate
eyes.
After all. Yes?
Yes.
Ask away. Have you seen the uniform? It's not only stylish, but well made. I'm a sucker for good tailoring. That's just in public. In private, we have these yellow and purple tunics, right? Much more comfortable, and you don't break the beds when you jump on them during a pillow fight. On confession day, we could go all night. Being a Templar isn't all about chasing men in skirts and hiding behind priests, you know. You don't really want to know about my being a Templar, do you?
Nope, just trying to talk to you.
It's really quite boring. You know, I like the way you think. But I guess if you're really curious, there's no harm in obliging.
If you guys had to choose between Cullen and Alistair, who would you... Well, that's not a fair thing, because some people don't romance either one.
The truth of the matter is...
If I had to pick, I'd pick Cullen, let's put it that way.
Monastery. The initiates from poor families
But he's cute. Alistair's very
airs,
cute.
while the noble ones called me a bastard and ignored me. I felt like Al Eamon had cast me off, unwanted, and I was determined to be bitter. But I took some solace in the training itself, I guess. I was actually quite good at it. Using the abilities I have came after years of education and discipline that was difficult to achieve, if rewarding.
Can't stand Cullen.
Sword
Can't stand
training and
Cullen!
religious doctrine all came later. I never really felt at home anywhere, though.
Can't stand Cullen. Get thee behind me, Satan!
And Duncan felt my Templar abilities might be useful for when we encountered Darkspawn magic, so I kept it up. What about you? Do you have anywhere you consider home? Really?
Hello, Random. I hope we can
like the
find
sound of
griffins
that.
too,
We
just
won't
considering
always
that
be
they
traveling
have
like this,
hatched.
you know.
We all know they've hatched.
Once the war is over,
That's a hard choice for me, because Alistair was my first romance of the series, but Cullen is so sweet. I don't know who I'd pick. Yeah.
We'll have to think about having a real home again. Though that seems like a
If I was a
far ways
20-year-old woman, maybe I would pick Alistair. I don't know. I try to look
the Grey
at things
Wardens are
through
gone for
not
good.
just the eyes of the age
By the
that I
way,
am.
I suppose you're right. We can create new Grey Wardens, but we'll never get back those we lost.
No, of course we
I
won't.
wonder if it would ever feel the same. Anyhow, now I've sidetracked us. We'd better get back to what we're supposed to be
Oh, I know
doing
Andy
right
always
now.
goes for Dorian. Enchantments! Enchantments? Enchantments. Oh, yeah. Almost times 3. Liliana looks... Okay, this is I don't remember this either. Is this a modded scene? You choose Alistair's personality somewhat like... Is he really? Yeah, it's not...
So,
Warden must be an elf.
you're
She had the
female,
dialogue
Liliana,
choice to call
right?
the alienage
I
home.
am? That's news. When did that happen?
I just wanted some advice. What should I do if I think
Okay,
a
are
woman
these
is
all-
special and...
You want to woo her?
You want
Here's
to
a good
woo
tip.
her?
You shouldn't question her about her femaleness.
All right, yes, good point.
Why do you ask? Are you afraid things will not proceed naturally?
Why would they? Especially when I do things like ask women if they're female.
It adds to your charm, Alistair. You're a little awkward.
Okay,
It is endearing.
Liliana
So I
hasn't
should
been...
be awkward.
Doesn't look that great.
Didn't you just say not to
Yeah,
do
this
things
video
like
is
that?
really
Just be
heavy with the
yourself.
mods.
You do know how to do that, don't you?
All right.
It's a mod that creates it.
forget
Well,
my
I wonder if I
ask.
shouldn't have chosen this one. I thought it might be interesting. I didn't realize there was quite so many mods in here. It really changes the flow of the story, doesn't it? This is not these are not mods I have ever used.
Hey, it's great to see you again. I was just thinking about you. Isn't that a marvelous coincidence? This is my sister, Goldana. These are her children, and there's more about somewhere. We're one big happy family, at long last. Oh, that's what everyone says about their relatives. But I've never been happier.
I'm overjoyed to have my little brother back. I'll never let him out of my
Videos with
sight
mods
again.
are what got you switched to PC.
There's nothing wrong with living
I'm
with
telling
my
you, Crystal,
sister.
you should come over to the
I've never
dark
had a real
side.
family before.
Well, Alistair, is your friend staying for supper?
Say you'll stay. Goldana's a great cook. Maybe she'll make her mince pie. You can, can't you?
Of course, dear brother.
This scene drives me
Anything for
insane
you.
because he literally sounds like a 10-year-old boy.
How can you say that about Goldana? She's the soul of goodness. You're acting really strangely. All right, if it makes you happy. It's a little fuzzy.
It's a little fuzzy.
That's
A
strange.
little fuzzy.
Alistair, come and have some tea.
Alistair,
No.
come and have some tea
Wait.
with your sister.
I remember a tower. The circle. It was under attack. There were demons. That's all I really remember. Are you saying this is a dream? But it's so real.
Oh, pain
Of course
schmeen.
it's real. Now
It's
wash
telling
up
me I
before
can't remotely
supper
afford
and
a decent piece so I have pain
Something
issues. Can't sit.
doesn't feel
I
quite
know.
right here.
No, it's
think
not
I
the
have to
fantasy.
go.
It's not the fantasy. I get it. It's not the fantasy.
He
It's
is
it's
ours, and I'd rather see him dead than free.
Gold.
it's not the fantasy. It's the seeing a grown man go, "Say you can, Goldana, can she eat
How
with
did I not
us?"
see this earlier?
I do understand
Yes,
that it's a fantasy,
well,
but
try not to tell everyone how easily fooled I was. Are we going now? Wait, where are you going? What's happening to me? Hey!
poor old Alistair. He's so cute. He needs protecting. I've seen a lot of scenes so far in this show, in this footage that I have not seen before. This girl's cute, but the face is completely expressionless. Well, yeah, if he thinks he's a 10-year-old boy in his dream. Look how cute. I can't figure out what she is. I mean, it doesn't, I don't care, but I can't figure it out. Shar was saying she must be an elf because of the dialogue option she had, but she looks like she should be a dwarf, only she's pretty slim. Are they going to take a hot tub together? I have not seen this. Oh, I have to say, please don't let this little character model be naked.
So, what would you do if someone told you that they loved you?
Check their
No,
eyes.
for crap's sake, Alistair. He said ask
Is there
every woman in
someone
the
I should
camp
know
for
about?
advice.
No, I mean,
I don't think we
pretend you're a
will.
woman.
I am a woman, Alistair. That shouldn't be too hard, but I'll give it a try.
Oh, that's awesome,
Oh,
Caitlin.
No, that's not what I meant. Just pretend you're another woman. Someone told you that they loved you. How would you react?
Well, that depends. Does this someone just
I do
blurt
like
it
Wynn.
out? Do I love them back? I need context.
Yes.
I don't know if you love him back.
She needs
Maybe you
context,
do.
Alistair. You can't
You've
just
spent a lot
randomly
of
say,
time
what
with
would
this
you do if
person.
I told somebody I love them?
Perhaps you need to wait for the right moment. You could get her alone in camp. Give her a gift, perhaps.
Oh, I wasn't talking about me. Just, forget I said anything.
Just someone in general. What would someone in general
As you
do?
wish.
Here, look at this. Do you know what this is? Yes, that's right. Watch as I thrash our enemies with the mighty power of floral arrangements. Feel my thorns, Darkspawn. Ah! I will overpower you with my rosy scent.
Oh my God, he's
Or,
so awkward.
you know,
It's funny.
It could just be a rose. I know that's pretty dull in comparison. Is it that easy to see right through me? Huh. I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
You
I
brought a
picked it in
rose. What'd you
Lothering.
think she was going to think?
I remember thinking, how could something so beautiful exist in a place with so much
I don't think
despair
we'll
and
get a
ugliness?
legendary edition, but I
Probably
would
should
be
have left it
so
alone
on
for
board for that if
recruitment.
we did. So on board.
Darkspawn would come and their taint would just destroy it. So I've had it ever since. I thought that I might give it to you, actually. In a
Okay,
lot
there's
of
the
ways,
gift. There's
I
the
think
gift.
the same thing when I look at you. Oh, wow. She'll never see through that, I told myself. Boy, was I wrong. I'm glad you like it. I was just thinking, here I am doing all this complaining, and you haven't exactly been having a good time of it yourself. You've had none of the good experience of being a Grey Warden since you're joining. Not a word of thanks or congratulations. It's all been death and fighting and
Oh, it is
tragedy.
very sweet.
I thought maybe I could say something.
Sometimes the awkwardness is super
Tell you what
cute,
a
and I
rare
like it,
and
but
wonderful thing
yeah.
you are to find amidst all this darkness. You won't land me that easily, woman. I know I'm quite the prize after all. No need to start crying on me or anything. I guess it was just a stupid impulse. I don't know. Was it the wrong one? Cute? Cute? Oh, just what I was aiming for. Ow! You could just stab me in the face first before you say something like that.
That's
I'm glad
true.
You like
Cute
it.
wasn't the right word.
Now, if we could move right on past this awkward, embarrassing stage and get right to the steamy bits, I'd appreciate it. Bluff called. Damn, she saw right through me. Well, it doesn't have to be a bluff. Well,
oh my
I
God! Oh,
suppose
please
we
don't let there
are
be a
in the
graphic
camp.
scene because the animation is going to
The
be so
tents
awkward.
Right over there. This is true. I'll be standing over here until the blushing stops, just to be safe. You know how it is. At your service. Of course. I didn't know them for very long.
So,
But I guess
okay,
it was
this is a
longer
stupid
than you.
question. Is
You
Alistair
never
supposed
met
to be a
them all, did
virgin
you?
at this point in
They
his
were
life?
Quite a group. Actually, they felt like an extended family since we were all cut off from our former lives. We also laughed more than you'd think. There was this one time... Well, you probably don't want to hear stories about men you didn't know.
So
Not
he
as
is
Grey
really
Wardens.
that awkward.
Not while I was there. I saw pictures of some, though none of them were as pretty as you are. There was one Grey Warden who came all the way from the Anderfells. What was his name?
I mean, I'm not knocking him for it. It's not a bad thing. I'm just curious.
Burly man
It's
with
the only thing that could really
fuzziest
explain
beard you've
how
ever seen.
awkward he is.
And the man could drink. He drank all the time, but he never got drunk. Finally, we all made a pool to see just how many pints it would take to put him under the table. Sometimes. We were kin of a sort. All of us had gone through the joining, so we knew...
Oh, and I want a dog in Dreadwolf. I want
It doesn't have to be deadly serious
a
all the
Mabari,
time.
excuse me.
Anyhow, we never did
I want
find
a
out.
dog.
He said
Not
he'd
as an
drink
enemy,
pint for
as a
every
companion.
half pint that the rest of us drank.
I don't know why they
He was
made that
still
shift
going
in
by the time the rest
Inquisition that
of
you
us
couldn't
were
have a
passed
dog, and
out.
the dog, you had to kill the
I'm
dogs.
told that Duncan walked in later on and saw us all passed out from one end of the hall to the other, and Gregor still drinking. Duncan laughed until he nearly... Until... Yes, I suppose so. I thought I was done with this, but it just struck me that I have nothing to remember Duncan by. Nothing at all. There's no body, not even a token of his that I could take with me.
I don't care, Andy.
That must sound really stupid to you.
The
I
elves
just would have
knew
liked something of his to
Solace
take
for
with
who
me,
he was,
that's
and they didn't out
Well,
him.
there's no
Because I
use
guess
in
your dog
moaning
couldn't
about
help
it,
but
is
out
there?
him.
He's gone. Let's just go. I'm wondering something. I'd like to know your thoughts about some of our traveling companions. Do you mind if I ask? I've got this nefarious plan to go around to each of them and secretly tell them all the nasty things you said. That way they'll mutiny and I shall become the group leader.
That's funny.
Hey, that's a pretty good policy. Where exactly is lunch, anyway? Seriously, though, I'm only curious. I've had enough time to form my own opinions, and I just want to see if yours are any different. Zevran, the elf. You can't trust him, can you? Do you believe his so-called vow? Maybe a little. That doesn't stop the question from being relevant. Just answer the question. Oh, you're killing me here.
Okay, the
That's a
jealousy's
lot
kind of
to put
cute.
on a
A
maybe,
little
isn't
teeny
it?
bit of jealousy is
He's an
kind of cute.
assassin. The crows aren't known
More
for
than a
giving
little bit,
up.
though, gets
Maybe
pathological, and
he's
that's a
just
problem.
biding his time. Well, if you are, then maybe I should too. But that doesn't mean I won't keep an eye on him. He's just too shifty. What about Liliana?
He's too
Is
shifty,
she
you
crazy?
guys.
Or do you really believe in her vision? That's one way to put it. I don't know what to make of her. If you look at her,
It's
when she
weird.
doesn't
It's
see
just
you,
weird to see
she
all these
just
scenes
looks
strung
so-
together without any
so
of the
sad.
combat or the other story
I
context.
almost
It's
feel
odd.
guilty taking her away from her life. Oh, fine, fine, have it your way. Stomp on my one little feeling. Morrigan, do you trust her? Think about it. Maybe Flemeth sent her with us for some other reason than she
For
said.
some nefarious reason.
Well, aside from the fact that she's a complete and utter bitch, no, I don't like her at all. Why, do you? Great. I am thrilled beyond words. No, really. Enough. I think my curiosity is sated. Let's get back to it, shall we?
Get back to what? Uh-oh. Okay, is she a dwarf or is she not a dwarf? Look how small she is. This sounds like sex music. Or excuse me, sounds like romance music. Yep. A squirrel. We're gonna have a squirrel's eye view of what happens here. They are a cute couple, despite the fact that the animations are so awkward. I don't... She looks like Kim Kardashian? You know who I think she looks like? Oh, 3 Men and a Boy. That's what the show's called. You guys remember that show, 3 Men and a Boy? She looks like the crazy neighbor girl. I don't remember her name. Is this another... This has to be another modded scene. Oh, for God's sakes. This is a stupid mod. Can I just say this is a stupid mod?
So, all this time we've spent together, you know, the tragedy, the brushes with death, the constant battles with the whole blight looming over us. Will you miss it once it's over? There'll be no more running for our lives, no more Darkspawn.
I know.
And no more camping in the middle of nowhere.
I'm not sure how the squirrel added any kind of romantic factor. The squirrel sitting on your head adds any kind of romantic factor to the game. Oh God, I'm so hot for him now. He had a squirrel on his head.
Great deal. I think maybe it's because we've gone through so much together. I don't know. Or maybe I'm imagining it. Maybe I'm fooling myself. Am I? Fooling myself?
I do remember this dialogue.
Or do you think you might ever feel the same way about me? So I fooled you.
Well, she's not a human because she had a dialogue option that says, are you asking me if I could ever have feelings like that for a human?
That wasn't too soon, was it? Well, I'll have to arrange that then, won't I? Make us breath, but you're beautiful.
Make us breath.
I am a lucky man. Now, let's
God, I
get
love all
back
the other
to
ones. Is it Iron Bull
what we
or
were up to
Blackwall? Like,
before,
by the
lest
Maker's
I forget
balls.
why we're here.
Maker's breath. By the Maker's tits. God, some of them are so funny. A squirrel is a metaphor because squirrels love nuts. Well, I guess you have to love nuts. I'm not going to go any further with that line of joking.
At your service. Of course. You mean other than becoming a Grey Warden?
Oh, that dog is constantly barking in the background.
I asked Duncan this too, and all I got was, "You'll see."
You'll see.
I have other lines for you. Trust me. Oh, it's not that Duncan wants to keep it a secret. It's just that the Grey
Andraste's
Wardens don't discuss it
weasels.
much. I gather it's not a pleasant
Yeah, some of them are hilarious.
First change I noticed was an increase in appetite. I used to get up in the middle of the night and raid the castle larder.
Use a mod to shut
I
the
thought
dog
I
up.
was
That's funny.
starving. I'd slurp down every dinner like it was my last. My face all
It's
covered
probably
in
modded
gravy.
because she marries him, and you can
When
only
I'd
let
look
us.
up,
I'll bet
the
you
other
that's
Grey
true.
Wardens would
I bet you that's
stare,
true because she's clearly
then
not a human.
laugh
She's either an
themselves
elf
to
or
tears.
I think she's a dwarf.
Really? Because I was watching you wolf down food the other day, and I thought, ooh, it's a good thing she gets a lot of exercise. I'll say, I didn't
Ooh,
mean it
ow,
like
you're
that.
not supposed to say that kind of stuff to
no,
a
don't
woman.
hit me. I bruise easily. Oh, and then there were the nightmares. Duncan said it was part of how we sense the Darkspawn. We tap into
Well, yeah,
their,
but dwarfs are
I don't know
more
what you call
stocky,
it,
but the
their
elves are
group
skinnier. So,
mind.
and she's pretty
And when we
short.
sleep,
I think she might
it's
be a
even
modded
worse.
dwarf. What do you guys think? She's either
We
an
learn
elf
to
or a
block it
dwarf, but I
out
can't
after
figure.
a while, but at first
If she's
it's
an
hard.
elf, she's
It's supposed
thicker
to be
than
worse
elves
for those
usually
who
are,
join during a blight.
and they're usually pretty tall, are they not?
How is
She's
it for you?
short like a dwarf, but she's thin.
Some people never have much trouble, but that's rare. Others have trouble sleeping their
Shar
entire
said he
life.
saw one of the dialogue options that
They're
said
just
something
more
about
sensitive, I
an
suppose.
alienage, so he thinks that
Everyone
she's an
ends
elf.
up the same,
I think
though.
that's what he said.
Once
I
you
think she
reach
might be a
certain
dwarf.
Age, the
Thick.
real nightmares come. That's how a Grey Warden knows his time has come. Oh, that's right. We never had time to tell you that part, did
Oh
we?
yeah, now that you've
Well,
already
in
joined, I've got.
addition
Let
to
me
all
tell you
the
the
other
downside of being a
wonderful
Grey
things
Warden.
about
Now
being
that
a
you're
Grey
in,
Warden, you don't need to worry about dying from old age. You've got 30 years to live,
maybe.
give or take. The taint. It's a death sentence. Ultimately, your body won't be able to take it. When the time comes, most Grey Wardens go to Orzammar and die in battle rather than waiting. It's tradition. And you wondered why we kept the joining a secret from the new recruits. And there you
That
have
and the
it.
fact that most of the people died going through
I
it.
suppose it is. We're the only ones who can stop the blight, however. Is there a price too high to pay for that?
Must be
You know,
killed by a
Duncan-
Grey Warden.
He started having the nightmares again. He told me that in private. He said it wouldn't be long before he'd go to Orzammar himself. I guess he got what he wanted. I just wish it had been something worthy of him. I know. Ending the blight Should make this all worthwhile, right?
The taint will kill you. Take it out of context. Well, I guess you'd wonder what caused the taint then, right?
Oh, wow. Savage. If you keep shoveling down our rations like that, the entire party is going to starve.
Holy crap! He's making derogatory jokes about her weight.
No, don't hit me. I bruise easily.
Okay, look at the way she runs. She looks like a dwarf. That scene was silly. Okay, all of this has to be modded. I don't remember
Does this
any
mean
of
I'm
this.
in trouble?
She doesn't look that short right there. God, she looks like a psychopath. I mean, honestly, that expression not his. That expression on her face, because the facial animations are just completely blank. She looks like a psychopath. And Shar, maybe this answers your question. I feel like I shouldn't even be watching this. And not even because it's almost a sex scene, sort of, but because it's so awkwardly done. I remember the first time I ever saw these scenes, it was like, the animations, oh God. Some of the animations are so cringy. Shar. I know, I almost spat my drink out last night when I read what you wrote in Discord. I remember when I was talking to a friend about how her hair, because it falls out, and I said, oh, like a dog. Everybody makes stuff like that, though, and people need to be not thin-skinned, though, either. I don't remember this scene. Oh, look, he has an actual expression on his face. Win. Look at Win. That's funny.
Why are you smiling like that?
Why do you think, Win?
You look suspiciously
Alistair?
like the cat that swallowed the pigeon.
Canary.
What?
I look like the cat that swallowed the canary.
I once had a very large cat, but not my point. My point is, why are you smirking?
You were watching her with great interest,
Her
I might
ass.
add.
You were watching
In
her
fact, I
ass. Let's
believe
just
you
be
were
honest.
Enraptured.
She's our leader. I look to her for guidance.
Oh, I see. So what guidance did you find in those swaying hips?
Exactly.
No. I wasn't looking at, her hindquarters.
Certainly.
I glanced in that direction, maybe, but I wasn't staring. Or really seeing anything, even.
Of course.
Oh, just own it, Alistair.
I hate you. You're a bad person.
Are you quoting song lyrics random?
You're quite taken with each other, aren't you? I've noticed your blossoming relationship, and I wanted to ask you where you thought it was going.
Look, they left
Alistair is
Wynn
a
looking
fine
older,
lad,
which I
skilled in
like,
battle,
because
but
she
quite
is supposed to be an older
inexperienced
woman.
when it
Some of the
comes to
mods make
affairs
her
of
look
the
like she's
heart.
20.
I would hate to see him get hurt.
Oh, she's protecting him.
Not intentionally,
It always
no.
feels like...
But there is great potential for tragedy here, for one or both of you. You are both Grey Wardens, and he is the son of a king. You have responsibilities which supersede your personal desires. Love is ultimately selfish. It demands that one be devoted to a single person, who may fully occupy one's mind and heart to the exclusion of all else.
That's
A
not...
Grey Warden cannot afford to be selfish. You may be forced to make a choice between saving your love and saving everyone else.
Okay, that's
And
bad.
then
That's
what
true.
would you do? I apologize if I've offended.
Keep your nose out of this, old woman.
I was just trying to point out why this affair may be a bad idea.
Keep your nose out of my business, old woman.
If you insist, I have given my advice. Do with it what you will.
Something you need,
Ouch,
my dear.
man. You could have been
Of
a little more
course.
polite about it.
You never asked? All right. If you want the full explanation, I'll give it to you. The thing is, I'm used to not telling anyone who didn't already know.
The trolley
It was
problem, the train
always a
problem.
secret. Even Duncan was the only Grey Warden who knew. And
Those
then
philosophical,
after the battle,
those
when
philosophical
I should have
conundrums
told
people
you,
present you with.
I don't know.
There's a woman tied to the railroad tracks. There's a train coming. You could save her, but
someone that. I should have told you anyway.
you tell her to
It
keep her
was
nose out of it,
important for you
Andy.
to know.
I am never that rude to
I
people.
guess
Andy,
possibly
Andy,
liked you
Andy.
not knowing.
I just
It's
say,
just that
hey,
anyone
thanks
who's
for your
ever found
advice. I
out has
appreciate the
treated me
care you're taking of me. And then I either take the
I was
advice or I
a bastard
disregard it.
prince instead of just being Alistair. I know that must sound stupid to you, but I hate that it shaped my entire life. I never wanted it, and I certainly don't want to be king. The very idea of it terrifies me. For all the good it does me, my blood seems certain to haunt me no matter what I do. I guess I should be thankful that Al Eamon is far more likely to inherit the throne than I am. He's not royal blood.
His eyes look different now. That's weird. This mod has affected it. They were like hazel and green. Now they're just
For what
hazel.
it's worth, I'm sorry for not telling you sooner. I guess I was just hoping that you would like me for who I am.
I thought, did we already see
It was
this
a dumb
scene?
thing to do.
Oh, when you romance
I
Zevran,
guess
is
it's
she a
kind of
little bit
relief
like?
that you know now. Let's go.
What's her? God, my mind's going blank. What is the name of the mother, sister? The one who doesn't like Dorian. She's suspicious of Dorian. My mind just went
mother's
completely
amulet.
blank.
It has to be.
She's condescending and spouts
Why isn't it
platitudes.
broken?
Hey, she's an old
Where did you
lady,
find
Andy.
it?
That's what we do.
I suppose there might have been other amulets like these made, but I've never seen any others. It looks very old.
No, not
Oh,
Cassandra.
The Arl study?
The sister.
Then he must have
Mother.
found the amulet after I threw
sister.
it at the wall, and he repaired it and kept it. I don't understand. Why would he do that?
Mother Giselle. God,
Maybe.
thank you. Mother
Could be
Giselle.
right. We never really talked that much. And then the way I left. Thank you.
The very idea.
I mean it. I thought I'd lost this to my own stupidity.
Mother not important. Ooh, there's a bed. This girl's face is completely expressionless all the time. It makes her look like a psychopath. Sociopath. Psychopath. Sociopath. Holy crap. I haven't seen... All right, little by little, we're heading towards a big scene between these two. She looks
Now
like a
that we're
blank
back at the
Barbie.
camp,
She
I
does.
want to talk about what happened.
I mean, that
at
completely
Redcliffe.
blank faith just makes her look like...
I just wanted to thank
Is it
you.
a psychopath or a sociopath?
You went out of your way
It's
to
a
save the
psychopath,
Arl's
I think.
family, and you
Psychopaths are the
did
ones that can seem normal, but they're
Even though
actually
it would have
have
been
no...
easier not to. There's been so much death and
Sociopaths
destruction.
are the ones that are just
It-
batshit all the time.
Well,
Killers,
it makes me
right?
feel good that at least we were able to save something. No matter how small. I owed the Arl that much.
The very idea?
You're right.
Oh, the way he says it? Is that the
Hopefully,
pronunciation?
by that time, there's still enough of Ferelden left to save. Good.
I can't...
Now that the
This is going to drive me
warm, fuzzy
insane.
part
She's
of
got
the
to be
day
a
is
dwarf.
over with, we can get back to the ritual dismemberments. Oh, wait, it's not Tuesday, is it?
Are we building the sexual tension here? Is that what's happening? Well, that's very reminiscent of that scene in Inquiisition where, oh, here comes the big bad witch.
I do wonder, is it permissible for 2 Grey Wardens to... Oh, what is the word I search for?
Caboodle?
Caboodle,
Fraternize.
canoodle, fraternize.
What's wrong with fraternizing?
It seems most undisciplined for an organization that claims it will do whatever is necessary to end the Darkspawn threat.
One thing has nothing to do with the other.
Oh no? And what if a Grey Warden was forced to choose between the Warden he loved and ending the Blight? What should his choice be?
That is a ridiculous question.
Wow, everybody's coming forward with
my
advice.
Answer. Most kind of you.
Oh, Alistair. That's going to make you think. At least it should. Uh-oh. Here it is. This is a highly emotional moment where he considers their future and what it might mean if he has to make a choice between her and the Darkspawn. British English, I dear. Oh, Shar. Okay, I don't recognize this scene either. Can I just say, I'm going to sound pretty old-fashioned here, but if I were camping and in this situation with like 6 people and 2 of the people were doing stuff like that all the time, it would get a little awkward. I mean, it would. Maybe I'm old-fashioned. The Real Housewives of Ferelden.
May I have a word?
Oh, for crap's sake.
Anything for my favoritist mage ever.
It seems you and our fearless leader are inseparable these days. Joined at the hip, almost.
That's a bit of an overstatement, don't you think?
Well then, now that you're in an intimate relationship, you should learn about where babies really come from.
Pardon?
What?
I know the chantry says you dream about your babies, and the good Fade spirits take them out of the Fade and leave them in your arms. But that's not true. Actually, what happens
for
is
God's
that when
sakes.
a girl and a boy really love each other...
They have a
Undress
special
me, flaming
hug.
sword.
It's a
I know
special
where
hug.
babies come from.
Do you? Do you really?
I certainly
Wow,
hope so.
sarcastic much, Win?
Oh, all right then. Oh, look, you're all red and mottled. How cute.
You did that on purpose.
Don't mount
Now,
each other in public.
Alistair, why would I do
I'm
such
going to have a
thing?
shirt that says that. Please
Because
don't
you're
mount
wicked.
each other in public.
That frail old lady act. I'm so not fooled. I'm onto you now.
That's funny. Wow, she was
What's on
pretty
your mind?
sarcastic.
I have watched you for a time, and perhaps I was wrong. There seems to be something special between the two of you. He seems less guarded when in your company, allows himself to relax, and he seems genuinely happy. I think I was too harsh in my judgment before, and I am
Babies
sorry.
come from the fiery depths of Tartarus.
What you have may not last forever.
And if they were doing things
Death
in
and duty
armor, would
may
it feel the
part you,
same?
But love's worthiness is not diminished because of that. I should have seen this before.
I don't know. I don't know how sexy
Instead,
armor,
you
full armor
learn
would
to
be.
cherish every
Clang,
precious
clang,
moment that you
clang.
spend together, knowing that it may be
It would
the
be
last.
loud.
And for those of us
That's one thing
watching,
it definitely would be.
well, it brings warmth to these old bones to know that something so beautiful can be found in the midst of chaos and strife.
That's my
Ooh,
sister's
his armor's
house.
all shiny.
I'm almost sure of it. This is the right address. She could be inside. Could we go and see?
Oh, he's going to get rejected by
Do I seem a little
Goldana
nervous?
now.
I am. I really don't know what to expect. I'd like you to be there with me if you're willing. Or we could leave, I suppose. We really don't have time to pay a visit, do we? Maybe we should go.
Talk about protection,
I
that's
am
for
not.
sure.
All right, maybe I am.
But how
I am
annoying for everybody
totally
else in the
coward. I just-
camp. I mean, honestly,
What would I say to her?
middle of the
Does she
night,
even
totally
know I
quiet, and all of a
exist?
sudden you hear clang,
Will she
clang,
be happy to see
clang,
me?
clang, 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 clang,
Oh,
clang,
no, I'm
clang,
babbling.
clang,
Maybe we
clang.
should go.
Ugh.
Let's go. Let's just go.
Sorry, that was a little tacky.
Hello?
Hey, you have linens to wash? I charge 3 bits on a bundle. You won't find better. And don't trust what that Natalia woman tells you either. She's foreign and she'll rob you blind.
She's foreign and she'll
not here
rob
to
you
have any wash
blind.
done. My name's Alistair. I'm...
Sorry.
Well, this
I
may
have a
sound sort of
juvenile
strange,
sense of humor
but
sometimes.
Are you Goldana? If so, I suppose I'm your brother.
I'm your
My
brother.
what? I am Goldana, yes. How do you know my name? What kind of tomfoolery are you folk up to?
Look, our mother, she worked as a servant in Redcliffe Castle a long time ago before she died. Do you know about that? She...
You! I knew it!
You're not
They
dead.
told me you was dead. They told me the babe was dead along with mother, but I knew they was lying.
They told you I was dead? Who? Who told you that?
Them's at the castle. I told them the babe was the king's and they said he was dead. Gave me a coin to shut my mouth and sent me on my way.
Boy, she's not
I
focused on the
knew
money
it.
at all.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that. The babe didn't die. I'm him. I'm your
I'm the
brother.
babe.
For all the good it does me. You killed mother, you did, and I've had to scrape by all this time.
I've had to
That
scrape
coin
by
didn't
my
last
whole
long,
life.
and when I went back, they ran me off. And who in the maker's name are you?
And who in
Some
the
elf
maker's
to
name
follow
are
him
you?
about and carry his riches for him?
Hey, don't speak to her that way. She's my friend and a Grey Warden, just like me.
Oh, I see. A prince and a Grey Warden too. Well, who am I to think poorly of someone so high and mighty compared to me? I don't know you, boy. Your royal father forced
It's such an
himself
insult.
on my
I don't
mother
know you,
and took her away
boy.
from me.
Call
and
him
what
a
do I got to show for
boy.
it?
I don't know you,
Nothing.
boy.
They tricked me good. I should have told everyone. I got 5 mouths
Okay,
to
well,
feed.
Shar was right.
And unless you can help
it
with
pains
that,
me
I
to
got
say that.
less than no use for you.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
She's thick for an elf, though, is she not?
Well, he found it. And what good is that to me? None. That's
he
what.
can't marry her.
Unless he can see to it that his family lives as it should.
I suppose maybe I could give her some money from my nieces and nephews. 15 sovereigns, maybe? Would you let me give her that?
Would you let me?
Then here, Goldana, take this money. I know it's not much, but...
You, a prince, marching in here with your fancy armor and such, and this is all you got to offer? You must think I'm very stupid.
No,
You
wait,
must
I
think
don't
I'm
that at
very
all. I want to
stupid.
help, if I can.
You want to help?
He is too nice for her.
You
She
go
is
to
a
whatever
gold-digging
high and mighty
bitch.
Folks you run
She
with.
doesn't. She's not good
And
enough for
tell
you.
them you've got nephews and nieces that aren't living
No,
as
no,
they've a
no.
right to. You do that.
No, Goldana, you had all those kids. That's your problem.
Yes, it really seems
Yeah, I give her
that way,
nothing,
doesn't
too.
it? I wasn't expecting my sister to be so... I'm starting to wonder why I came.
I don't know why you came either, or what you expected to find.
She is a
but
bitch.
it isn't here. Now get out of my house, the both of you.
Get out.
No,
Someone ought to cut that tongue out of yours.
it's her house after all. Let's just go.
Yeah, let's just go. Leave her to her
Well,
two-bit laundry and her
That
17
was
children.
Not what I expected, to put it lightly. I lived up to my promise, I suppose, but this is the family I've been wondering about all my life?
I know that's the big letdown. This is the family I've been looking for
I-
forever.
I guess I was expecting her to
There's a
accept
goat in the
me without
background.
question. Isn't that what family is supposed to do? I feel like a complete idiot.
Hi,
Such
Tina.
as the only person who ever cared about me was Duncan.
Women are in charge of the
He's
money.
gone.
That's often true.
Thank you. I'm glad you came with me. Let's just go. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Yeah, I
Look,
wouldn't want to talk about it either.
before we go any further, I want to say something. I appreciate that you brought me to see my sister, and that you were there
Yeah,
to
I would
talk
feel
me
like
down after
absolute
we left.
crap if I had
You're a true
arranged that,
friend.
as a surprise
I
for him, and then his sister treats him that way.
Love you.
Ugh.
I just wanted to tell you that. Of course not. Don't be ridiculous. If anything, I was wondering if I was too tall. You do? What do you know? Wishes really do come true sometimes.
that music really came in.
At your service. It's
Oh, look,
just
we're wearing
two of
different
us.
clothes.
What's on your mind?
He's out of his armor.
You know, I was just thinking the same thing. Given the circumstances, things could have been so much worse. I'm so grateful that you're you.
That you're
instead
you.
of some
I'm
other
so
Grey
grateful
Warden.
that you are you.
That sounded better in my head. I just mean to say that I really
I
come to
do
care
love that
about
they
you.
show his insecurities because nobody is, super self-confident all the time. I mean, maybe a few people are, but oh, look, they got her in a fancy dress. I think the door. Oh, are we leading up to the big sex scene? Oh, look at her. They gave her a whole outfit. Look at that. Look at his eyes. His eyes go. He needs to be toughened up. He absolutely needs to be toughened up. Alistair, before he's toughened up, is a little bit. He gets a little annoying sometimes. As much as I like him, he gets a little annoying. He needs to be toughened up. He's a full-grown man, for crap's sake. It's not my warden, Tina. I'm just watching a playthrough. She's cute. Yeah, she's cute. She has no expression on her face whatsoever. That is a cute outfit, though. He's fallen asleep. How romantic. She fed him and he fell asleep. The heck? I don't remember the scenes. How come I don't remember these scenes?
I guess I really don't know how to ask you this. No, I mean, yes. I mean, I'm a little nervous, sure. Not that this is anything bad or frightening or...
Typical that he fell asleep.
Yes. Oh, how do I say this?
Feed him a big meal and
but
he
every
fell
time I'm
asleep.
around you, I feel as if my head's about to explode. I can't think straight. Right, pulling myself together. Oh, did that do it?
Yeah, that's
Yes,
why I
maybe
thought
it
that was
did.
another modded
Here's
scene,
the
because I have
thing.
played this game enough times to
Being
recognize the
near you
scenes, and some of those
makes me
scenes are like,
crazy.
no.
But I can't imagine
But I
being
don't understand the
without
point of it. I mean, I guess it's
Not
just to show them interacting.
you. Ever. I don't know how to say this another way. I want to spend the night with you, here, in the camp. Maybe this is too fast. I don't know, but I know what I feel.
I'm not cringing at the idea of spending the night together. I'm cringing at the idea
I
that he
wanted
actually
to wait
says,
for
I
the
want to spend the night
perfect
with
time,
you
the
here in the
perfect place,
camp with
but
all these
when
other
will it
people
be
15 feet
perfect?
away.
If things were, we wouldn't even have met. We sort of
I mean, if you don't have any other
stumbled
choice,
into
that's
each
what it
other.
is. But
And despite this being the least perfect time, I still found myself falling for you, in between all the fighting and everything else. I really don't
and look,
want to wait
Zev's just going to
anymore.
stand there in the background listening.
I've never done this before. You know that. I want it to be with you. While we have the chance.
Okay, while we're
In
still
case-
alive, I get it. For God's sake, move your tent away from the middle of the camp, though, because nobody wants to hear that. At least, I'm assuming. All right, here we go. I know. I realize it would have been normal, but even so, I would have had a problem with that. Even though I realized people lived in one-room houses, when the people were wealthy, that only the king and queen had private quarters, everybody else is in the main hall. You just have to hump underneath a blanket and hope everybody pretends to ignore you. He just spent the night with her asleep. He's not asleep now. Oh, look, he's on top. They're not even in a tent. They went, hopefully, yeah.
You know, according
right
to all
here
the
in the
sisters
camp.
at the monastery, I should have been struck by lightning by now.
Like the head seam,
But
the
if you
head's
get hit
the
by the
seam.
lightning afterwards,
His
it hardly
tan
seems like an
to
effective
his not
deterrent.
tan, his farmer
You do
tan.
realize the rest of our little party here is going to talk, right?
Oh, hell yeah, they're going to talk. You just had sex right in the middle of the camp without a tent.
This is why I love you. So, what now? Where do we go from here? You're so practical. You make me proud. All right, I get the hint. We have a lot to do, right? And we should do it. Before we go, I just want to thank you. No one's ever made me feel this way.
I want to thank you for...
I wasn't sure it could happen, in fact.
It's very cute. If only the animations weren't so awkward. The mods are pretty good, though. You got to give it that. Nothing like making your life difficult when you might die in the next few days by falling in love with somebody. Always having a bad dream.
'Tis a bit sickening.
The little Templar is all grown up, and apparently he plays well with others.
Mm-hmm. He must be pleasant enough in bed, for surely I cannot imagine anyone enduring his conversation.
Oh my god. Like a worst nightmare. Oh my god.
Oh, that does not look good.
Will you look at that?
Half of us aren't getting any sleep, the way you two carry on all night.
I do not think I will recover from this quickly.
Oh my god, so awkward.
Might I offer you a bit of advice, my good friend Alistair?
I like my hair the way it is, thank you.
Truly. As you wish. Though my advice is regarding something else completely. It has to do with your recent exertions with your fellow Grey Warden that I overheard.
I'm embarrassed. I feel embarrassed even watching this, you guys. So awkward.
It did seem as if you just got going when all grew quiet. You are feeling all right, yes? Perhaps you're tired.
We aren't talking about this, are we? Did I hit my head?
I have some roots from home that you may chew if you need energy. As for volume, perhaps you ought to try arching your...
Whoa, whoa. Awkward.
Oh god, cringe, oh cringe,
are
cringe,
so
cringe.
Finicky. How will you ever learn how to pleasure
might
each
last
other
more than
unless
30
you talk
seconds.
about it?
Not listening. La 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 la.
Oh man, oh man. I've not seen this scene.
Denerim is the heart and soul
I'm too old
of
to get
Ferelden.
embarrassed about stuff like that,
It
but
was the
oh
city
god, that was
King
cringy.
Callan had,
Chew this
the
root.
birthplace of Andraste.
You just seemed like you had just gotten going and you were
as
all done.
stubborn as a Mabari and as good
I know,
to
it
have
makes
on
me
your
giggle
side.
too, but it's because I think it's
If we defeat Logain
cringy,
here,
awkward.
the rest of the nation will follow us.
I get like secondhand embarrassment.
By calling the Landsmeet, I've struck the first blow. The advantage for the moment is ours. He will
The
have
true
little
origin of
choice but to
PE
show
yeah.
himself, to oppose us directly. He
ED,
will strike
it's
back
ED,
at
isn't
us.
it? PE med.
The only question that remains is how soon. Logain.
Logain.
This is an honor that the Regent would find time to greet me personally.
How could I not welcome
Wow,
a
even
man
Logain
so
looks better.
important as to call every lord in Ferelden away from his estates, while a blight claws at our land?
The Blight is why I'm here. With Callan dead, Ferelden must have a king to lead it against the Darkspawn.
Ferelden has a strong leader. Its queen. And I lead her armies. And who is this, Eamon? Some new stray you picked up on the road? And here I thought it was only royal bastards you play the nursemaid to, not elven derelicts.
Okay, Logain.
Well,
okay,
you're omitting
okay.
the royal part. That's a start.
You have my sympathies on what happened to your order. It is unfortunate that they chose to turn against Ferelden. You should curb your tongue. This is my city, and no safe place to speak treason. For anyone. There is talk that your illness left you feeble, Eamon. Some worry that you may no longer be fit to advise Ferelden.
Illness? Why not call your poison by its true name?
You know,
Not
Logain in the
everyone at
books is a
Landsmeet
much
will
more
cast aside
complex
their
character.
loyalties as easily as you and these
I mean, I'm not
sycophants.
excusing what he does here, but
How
in the
long
books,
you've
he's a
been
much
gone
more
from
complex
court,
character.
Don't
And he's
you
a legit
recognize
hero
Rendon
early
Howe,
on.
Arl of Amaranthine and Terran of Highever?
And current Arl of Denerim, since Urien's unfortunate fate at Ostagar. The Regent has been generous to those who prove loyal.
Don't interrupt, Churl. Your betters are talking.
Enough, Carthage.
Wow.
This is not the time or place. I had hoped to talk you down from this rash course, Eamon. Our people are frightened. Our king is dead. Our land is under siege. We must
Well,
be
whose fault is it
united
that the
now
king
if
is
we
dead?
are to endure this
Logain.
crisis. Your own sister, Queen Rowan, fought tirelessly to see Ferelden restored. Would you see her work destroyed? You divide our nation and weaken our efforts against the Blight.
I know, right, Crystal?
Selfish ambitions to the throne.
Who's got
was not
ambitions to the
talking to
throne
you.
right now?
I cannot
Logain?
forgive what you've done, Logain. Perhaps the Maker can, but not I. Our people deserve a king of the Theron bloodline. Alistair will be the one to lead us to victory in this blight.
Oh, is that all I have to do? No pressure.
The Emperor of
Don't
Orlais
say that in
also
front of
thought I
Logain.
could
Don't
not
say
bring
that.
him down. Expect no more mercy than I showed him. There is nothing I would not do for my homeland.
Well, that's true to his character.
Well, that was bracing. I didn't expect Logain to show himself quite so soon. My sister married King Merrick while he was still in exile. At that time, he and Logain were inseparable. The wild prince who'd never seen the inside of a castle and a farmer's son. When Logain joined Merrick's rebels, he was just a raw-boned boy, but he got on one knee to swear that he would see Ferelden free or die trying.
And he was extraordinarily loyal
He
to
made
Merrick.
us a free people once more.
In love
You
with
can't
Merrick's
know what it
wife,
was like to grow
but
up as a vassal
extraordinarily
in your own
loyal to
land,
Merrick.
while poncy little Orlesians minced around in their silks. I would never have believed he would do anything but what was best for Ferelden. We need eyes and ears in the city.
But clearly his
Logain has
loyalty
been here for
it was to Merrick and
The
did not
roots of all
extend
his
to Merrick's
schemes
son.
must begin here. The sooner we find them, the better we can turn them to our advantage. Go have a look around and see what you can turn up. Better yet, find the nobles who have arrived for the Landsmeet. Test the waters. See how many will support us. When you're ready to talk strategy, come upstairs to my sitting room. We can lay out our plans for the Landsmeet then.
Okie dokie. Is this the part where they're sussing out what the city's feeling like?
Hello?
Hello.
That was unexpected.
Are you serious?
So, are you a very religious man, Alistair? I'm curious. I believe I heard you say you were raised in an abbey.
I was raised in a castle. I was schooled in the abbey. As far as being religious, I don't know. Not especially. What about you? Not in your line of work, I expect.
Why do you say that? I happen to be quite devoted in my way, as most Antivans are.
Truly? But you kill people. For money.
And I ask forgiveness for my sins from the Maker every chance
He's
I get.
too short, Crystal.
What manner of monster do you think I am?
But
I do think he's very clever,
and then
though.
you go right on with your sinning.
The Maker has never objected. Why should you?
I have no idea.
Well, there you go. Perhaps you ought to think about asking for a little forgiveness yourself.
Well, that's
huh?
true. The field is wide open for you, Crystal.
I've got children at home. I can't wait out here for another day.
I've got children at home.
The best thing you can do for your children is not trust these charlatans.
Everyone remain calm. We will help as many as we can today, so long as we can do this in an orderly fashion.
Oh, you're helping us, are you, Shem? Like Valendrian and my Uncle Syrian, you helped them, didn't you? Help them never to be seen again.
We've explained this to you before, girl. More whining will not persuade us to let you into the quarantine to carry plague back out to the alienage.
Quit trying to get us all killed, Shiani.
Shiani, quit trying to get us all killed.
To live for.
If this spell of theirs works, why are half the people they quarantine perfectly healthy?
Shiani, is that really you?
I don't believe it. Maker's breath. They said
Maker's
all the Grey
boobs.
Wardens died with the king. Everyone thought... Valendrian even held a funeral for you.
All right.
Cousin, you have no idea
Well,
the things that happened after your
I
wedding.
have to now accept that she's
I'm
an elf.
babbling, aren't
Even though
I?
I've been told and
I'm
it's
so
already been
happy to
proven.
see
I have
you.
to accept that she's an elf.
Wedding? You're married? Still, you never told me you were betrothed. What happened? I'm sorry.
So much has happened. It's good you're home. Well, maybe we should go somewhere so you can be sitting down when I tell you this.
Uh-oh.
I know. You don't flinch from anything, cousin. But the Tevinters quarantined your father yesterday. I told him not to go to the hospice. Not one elf they've taken in there has come out again. Who knows what's become of them? I knew you'd do something, cousin. Make her watch over you.
Make her
Sit down
watch
and eat
over you.
something. Don't they feed Grey Wardens? You're all bones.
All right, well, she's not much of a dwarf. Are we going to have another super romantic scene right in front of these other elves? Oh, he's not an elf. Wait a minute. Oh, yes, he is. His ear looked normal in that last scene. Don't worry, Mom. I won't insist you confirm how all-wise I am.
Something you need, my dear? Well, we're not exactly
I
alone.
love how some people conflate
What did you
getting
have in
one
mind?
fact right to being all around.
I don't know.
Brilliant.
Arleman wants to make me king at the Landsmeet. I never ever wanted
No,
that.
he doesn't
not
wanna
in my
be king.
wildest dreams. But I won't refuse it if it's in the best interests of the nation either. I love you. You know that, right? But I have no idea what being king will mean for us. I'll have to think about that.
Well, it depends on how much this game has been modded, Alistair.
Is it? What about duty? What about honor? Those things are important too, aren't they? I hope
That's
they
right,
don't
Crystal.
come between us, but
He's a legend in his own mind, that's for sure.
I'm sorry.
I'm never
isn't
going to
really
live
the time
that
for this
down, but the
conversation.
fact of the matter is, it's a better
Please,
lyric. It's
Just
a better
talk about
lyric.
this another time. This shield. It's Duncan's, isn't it? That's his crest. Thank you. Truly, I had no idea his shield
Tina.
wasn't with him. This is perfect. I don't know how else to express my gratitude. This means a great deal to me. I can't believe you remembered it at all. I'll treasure this. Thank you. Something you need, my dear?
Something you need, my dear. I just want to tell you I love you with my completely expressionless face. Well, I'll be curious to see how much mods this person's used in terms of how they can effect the ending of this whole thing, because she's not a human. She's too much Botox. That's what it looks like. Listen to me being all cynical. This is a young couple in love. That looks really awkward on her head. That'd be uncomfortable. Oh, I like that outfit Rotwind's got on. All right, big decision time for Alistair. What will I do? Can I marry her? Can I keep her as a mistress? Should I eat this cheese?
I think you make her very happy.
Oh, not this again.
That's what I was just thinking. That's literally what I was just thinking.
I just wanted to say that this was something good for both of you.
Oh, I know, Crystal.
Being
I'm
a
just
Grey
covering up my
Warden
own
isn't
cringy
easy.
reactions.
I'm glad you found each other.
Oh, yes. I bet you are indeed.
Cherish this. It may not last.
And?
That's all I had to say.
Really? No pinching my cheeks? No making me blush?
Of course not. I like you, Alistair. You deserve to be happy.
Not even pinching my cheeks a little?
Jeez. Let's have more sex before we go fight the Archdemon. The Landsmeet. Hello, Shireen. How are you? Everybody steps back. I'm going to order me a drink. I'm happy that you're excellent. Oh, Duncan! So vivid. Well, that was rude. I know it's not Duncan, but it looked like Duncan. It was sentimental for Duncan. Oh my god, this lemonade went down the wrong way. Duncan. Bad dream, darling.
So I'm guessing someone told Honora I was planning to steal her throne. She has a nasty glare. Did anyone mention this
Honora's
wasn't
not happy.
my idea? I think she's a great queen. As far as I'm concerned, she's welcome to it. Really? Whatever will give you that idea? I like the way you think sometimes. Of course, I probably wouldn't be all that attractive once the people lynched me. Unless maybe they thought I was too pretty to lynch. What do you think I should do? Go ahead and be king, just to let it happen? I don't know. Marry her. As in marriage, as in be her husband.
I'm selfish. I'm not sure I
Spoken
would
to her
do
about
that.
this? You didn't you? Why would you do that? What about us? So are you. You're more important to me than anything. I don't want anyone else, even for pretend. I can't turn left without someone telling me something like that today. Why do you think I should do this then?
Well,
Tell
I
me.
guess we know how this is going to work out.
Good. I like that idea much better, much better. Marrying Kaelin's widow. How could she even... No, never mind. I'm going to not think about it now.
I don't think I could do it either. And I know it's selfish. I started to say that a minute ago. I know it's selfish, but I'm not sure I could do that. I mean, it would either be, you have to do what's right for the country, you marry her, and I'm going to nope right out of this situation. I'm out of the picture. I don't think I could stay as his mistress when he marries somebody else. I just don't think I would do that. Yes, this is exactly why you have to harden him. But I always harden him too. Ho, ho, ho. For God's sake, this couple's having a lot of sex for just about to go to a war. It's impressive. It's somewhat impressive.
My lords and ladies of the Landsmeet.
Oh, I like that outfit too.
would
Look at
have us
that.
give
She's
up
got
our
quite the wardrobe, that
freedoms,
girl.
Our traditions out of fear. He placed us on this path, yet we should place our destiny in his hands? Must we sacrifice
I guess you have to do it one more time, Shar, before you go to war.
A fine performance, Aemon.
Oh, Logain. The slow
But
clap.
no one here is taken in by it. You would attempt to put a puppet on the throne, and every soul here knows it. The better question is who will pull the strings. Ah! Here we have the puppeteer.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Tell us, Warden, how will the Orlesians take our nation from us? Will they deign to send their troops, or simply issue their commands through this would-be prince? How much Ferelden blood does Orlesian gold buy these days?
Hey.
There are enough refugees in Mybanor now to make that abundantly clear.
The South has fallen, Logain. Will you let Darkspawn take the whole country for fear of Orlais?
The Blight is indeed real, Wolf. But do we need Grey Wardens to fight it? They claim that they alone can end the Blight, yet they failed spectacularly against the Darkspawn at Ostagar. And they asked to bring with them 4 legions of Chevaliers. And once we open our borders to the Chevaliers,
He hates
we
the
really expect them
Orlesians.
to simply return from whence they came.
Yeah, he hates the Orlesians.
What's this? There is no slavery in Ferelden. Explain yourself. There is no saving the alienage. Damage from the riots has yet to be repaired. There are bodies still rotting in their homes. It is not a place I would send my worst enemy. There is no chance of holding it if the Blight comes here. Despite what you may think, Warden, I have done my duty. Whatever my regrets may be for the elves,
they're not very likable.
I have done what was needed for the good of Ferelden.
The crazy thing is, in the books, of course, Logain is in love with Rowan.
Indeed. Do we not
the
owe it to
Queen
Merrick to
Rowan,
see
Merrick's
his son
wife,
on the
and
throne?
Rowan is in love with him too.
If
but
he
they,
were a true
they can
son
never.
of Merrick, I would not
she's married
hesitate
to
to
Merrick,
swear
so.
fealty to him, but I see nothing of Merrick in this pup. But enough of this. I have a question for you, Warden. What have you done with my daughter? You took my daughter, our queen, by force, killing her guards in the process. What arts have you employed to keep her? Does she even still live?
I believe I can speak for myself. Lords and ladies of Ferelden, hear me. My father is no longer the man you know. This man is not the hero of Riverdane. This man turned his troops aside and refused to protect your king as he fought bravely against the Darkspawn. This man seized Kaelin's throne
This man, she doesn't even refer to him as her
and
father.
locked me away so I could not reveal his treachery. I would have already been killed, if not for this Grey Warden.
Coughing in the background.
So, the Warden's influence has poisoned even your mind, Enora. I wanted to protect you from this. My lords and ladies!
My lords and ladies!
Our land has been threatened before! It's been invaded and lost and won times beyond counting. We Fereldans have proven
Why are we still letting him speak?
We will never truly be conquered so long as we are united. We must not let ourselves be divided now. Stand with
Honestly,
me,
if you
and
would
we
not
shall
let this guy
defeat
get all these words
even
out of his
the
mouth,
blight
you wouldn't let him
itself.
say all this stuff.
Southreach stands with the Grey Wardens.
Waking Sea stands with the Grey Warden.
Dragon's Peak supports the Warden. The Western Hills throw their lot in with the Wardens. Make her help us.
I stand by Loghain.
I stand by
no
Loghain.
hope of victory otherwise.
I stand with the Warden. The Blight is coming. We need the Grey Wardens.
Traitors!
Traitors!
Which of
You guys are
you stood
traitors!
against the Orlesian Emperor when his troops flattened your fields and raped your wives? You fought with us once, Eamon. You cared about this land once. Before you got too old and fat and content to even see what you
Ouch.
risk.
How rude.
None of you deserve a say in what happens here. None of you have spilled blood for this land the way I have. How dare you judge me? Then, let us end this. I suppose we both knew it would come to this. A man is made by the quality of his enemies. Marek told me that once. I wonder if it's more a compliment to you or me. Enough. Let the Landsmeet declare the terms of the duel.
I
shall be
know.
fought
A
according
lot of
to
these scenes I've
tradition.
never seen, so I don't even know at this point.
A test of arms, in single combat until one party yields.
With
And
that
we
little
who
tiny
are
woman against
assembled
that big old
will
man?
abide by the outcome. Do you accept the terms?
I don't think we have a choice.
Oh,
I'll
Alice.
accept the challenge.
Then let us test the
So,
mettle
wait,
of
can I
our
just say, can I just
would-be
understand
king.
this? Not to be,
Prepare yourself.
politically incorrect, but Alistair accepts the fight, but that little tiny woman is going to fight for him? Look at Alistair. He's so cute when he looks tough. Was he fighting himself? Because I thought What's-Her-Face said, I'll be his champion. Okay. Come on, Alistair, you got to kill him. Well, you got to take him down anyway.
So, there is some of Marek in
All right,
you
I
after
misunderstood.
all.
For half a second, I thought that she was going to fight for him, and I was like,
Forget Marek.
really?
This is for Duncan.
Oh, you should let him fight. I mean, look at that woman. She's 5 feet tall, Crystal. What's she going to do, stab him in the thigh? Oh, God. That's the grossest thing. Somebody's blood just all over you.
So it is decided. Alistair will take his father's throne.
Wait, what? No. When did this get decided? Nobody's decided that. Have they?
He refuses the throne. Everyone here has heard him. I think it's clear then. He abdicates in favor of me.
I hardly think you're the appropriate person to mediate this, Enora. Warden, will you help us? As the arbiter of this dispute, what is your decision?
She's not exactly
Who will
impartial
lead
either.
Ferelden?
Can I just point out that Warden is not exactly impartial either?
Thank you, Warden. You were wise not to disrupt Ferelden's governance any further in a time of such crisis. My first act as Queen must be to insist on receiving Alistair's oath before all the Landsmeet, to relinquish all claim to the throne for himself and his heirs.
Oh, I never wanted it. I mean, yes.
Okay, well,
of
she had to
course.
guarantee she'd be able to spend
Happily,
the rest
in
of her
fact.
life with him.
And now, lords and ladies of Ferelden, there is still a blight to defeat and armies to gather, and I appoint this woman to lead us in both. We will
Oh, for
not
crap's
allow this
sake,
land
Crystal.
to be further threatened by the Archdemon. Gather your forces and await the Warden's
And I did not
command.
say stab him in the
On
groin,
morrow,
can I just
we
say?
shall begin our struggle against the greatest threat Ferelden
You went
has
straight to
ever
the
faced.
groin, I see,
And
Crystal.
we shall triumph over it, for we are Ferelden.
Before
Just
I
like a
forget,
short person.
I need to say something. When Archdemon said I was going to be king, I thought, that's it. Your worst fears have finally been realized. But
Well, he
you
is happier.
didn't
He's
make me
happier as a
king.
warden.
And Loghain still got what he deserved. Everything worked out, thanks to you.
Hello, Sean. You're the one that said groin. The hell is she wearing?
It is a relief to see you unharmed. And you as well, Alistair. The Darkspawn that attacked Redcliffe were relatively few in number, I'm afraid.
I'm just teasing
It was
you.
assumed the Horde was marching in this direction, but that is not true.
Riordan tells us that the bulk of the
I
Horde
mean, you could
is in
hardly
fact
not
heading
be
towards Denerim.
obsessed,
They
considering
are
it's
perhaps
right eye
2
level.
days away from the capital.
How certain are we that this is good information?
I ventured close enough to listen in, as it were. I am quite certain.
It will certainly fall without our armies, and there is no guarantee we can reach the city in time.
There is, I'm afraid, one other piece of news that is of even greater concern. The Archdemon has shown itself. The dragon is at the head of the Horde.
Make her preserve us.
And we won't be able to reach Denerim within 2
Oh,
days.
for God's sake, boy,
We
I
must
really
begin a
struck a
forced march
nerve
to
with
the
you,
capital
Crystal.
immediately with
I'll be
what
back
we
in a second.
have. Denerim must be defended at all costs.
And only the Grey Wardens can defeat the Archdemon. That is why we must go.
Then we march. And hope the army collected here gives you the chance you need. Archdemon, how long before the army can set out?
By daybreak, Your Majesty.
Then give the order. The longer we delay, the longer Denerim will be at the mercy of the Horde.
This may be our only chance to face the Archdemon. We could stop the Blight here before it truly starts.
I will give the orders at once, and will notify you the moment we are ready to march.
Excellent.
Then if you and Alistair could meet me before you retire, we have Grey Warden business to discuss.
I will have someone show you to your rooms. I suggest you all get some rest while you can. We will need it.
You're both here. Good. Please know I assumed you had already been told. Otherwise I would have told you this when you freed me in Denerim. I'm sorry.
What is it? What are you apologizing for?
Tell me, have you ever wondered why the Grey Wardens are needed to defeat the Darkspawn? That is exactly what it involves. The Archdemon may be slain, as any other Darkspawn, but should any other than a Grey Warden do the slaying, it will not be enough. The essence of the beast will pass through the taint to the nearest Darkspawn and will be reborn anew in that body. The dragon is thus all but immortal. But if the Archdemon is slain by a Grey Warden, its essence travels into the Grey Warden instead. A Darkspawn is an empty, soulless vessel, but a Grey Warden is not. The essence of the Archdemon is destroyed, and so is the Grey Warden.
Meaning the Grey Warden who kills the Archdemon
Thank you.
dies?
Yes. Without the Archdemon, the
Crystal
Blight
smart, it's what I
ends.
would do. Learn to try to go for
It
the
is the
knees and the
only way.
groin.
In Blight's
I was always
past,
told to go for the
when
nose.
time came, the
Push
eldest
the
of
nose
Grey
and push it
Wardens
right
would
up into their
decide
brain.
Which
Right
amongst
into their
them
brain.
would take that final blow. If possible, the final blow should be
I was also
mine to
told if you're going to go for the groin, you better go. You better intend to do devastating damage
But
to the
if I
groin, because
fail,
otherwise you're just going to
the
piss him
deed
off.
falls on you. The Blight must be stopped now, or it will destroy all of Ferelden before the rest of the Grey Wardens can assemble. Remember that. But enough. There will be much to do tomorrow and little enough time to rest before it. I will let you return to your rooms.
I will see you once the army is ready to march, then. I guess this ends soon. One way or another.
That it does, my friend. That it does. The Darkspawn is an empty, soulless vessel. The essence of the Archdemon is destroyed, and so is the Grey Warden.
Well, the nose thing wouldn't work. You're right. Solar plexus, instep, knee, groin.
Meaning the Grey Warden who kills the Archdemon dies.
Yes. Without the Archdemon, the blight ends. It is the only way.
It's very quiet. Can you guys hear it? I just know that I have a friend who's a cop, actually a cousin, and he was telling me that if you're going to defend yourself that way, if you're getting attacked and you're a woman and you're going to defend yourself that way, and you're going to go for the groin, you better like
while
you
enjoying
better
yourself.
hit it as hard as you can, otherwise you're just going to make the guy
but
mad.
somehow I suspect that they're not going to let us
You better
just walk
incapacitate him on the
around.
first
Only a
blow.
suspicion, of course.
Most your age would spend.
Did you
much
really?
of
Just
their
for the first time? What did you
preoccupied
think,
wondering
Sean?
when they might perish. Yet you already know.
Oh, that's funny. Such cruelty from such a beautiful woman. If you hear sobbing later, that's me crying myself to sleep.
Consider the possibility that Riordan may not be there to make the final blow as he plans. What then? Do you run away?
We don't know what will happen tomorrow. Riordan could end it, or both of us could die before we even get close.
You do still intend to kill your target, do you not? Is your reputation not on the line?
I'm going to get some sleep now. We are done talking about this.
You love hair.
Big surprise. Do you care what anyone thinks? Not unless they can do something for you, I'm sure.
Interesting.
No, I can see that.
Oh,
you don't care
Shar.
what anyone thinks. I'd be happy if I thought you cared about anyone.
I
other
never
than
talked about how to kill someone anyway.
You.
It's the whole point
Who
of
needs
being attacked
Darkspawn?
by someone is just to get away from them.
Oh, I get it. This is the part where we're shocked to discover how you've never had a friend your entire life.
Only one. Alistair, if I could do something terrible to aid, must I?
I suppose we could use whatever help we can get.
Alistair.
I like that. It makes her more vulnerable.
You will regret this, and so will I. That is how it must be.
Do not be alarmed. It is only I.
Don't you have your
I
own bedroom?
decided that it was time we spoke. I have a plan, you see. A way out. The loop in your hole. I know what happens when the Archdemon dies. I know a Grey Warden must be sacrificed, and that sacrifice could be you. I have come to tell you that this does not need to be. I offer a way out. A way out for all the Grey Wardens, that there need be no sacrifice. A ritual. Performed on the eve of battle.
A
dark
dark
of night.
ritual that Alistair might enjoy
Perhaps.
despite himself.
That price need not be so unbearable, especially if there is much to be gained. All I ask is that you listen to what I have to offer, nothing more.
My
What I
dog is
propose
throwing
this.
his Kong around on the floor.
Convince Alistair to lay with me, here tonight, And from this ritual, a child shall be conceived within me. The child will bear the taint, and when the Archdemon is slain, its essence will seek the child like a beacon. At this early stage, the child can absorb that essence and not perish. The Archdemon is still destroyed with no Grey Warden dying in the process. Alistair despises me. You know this. He rarely listens to reason, but he would listen to you. You, of all people, could influence him. Think about what I offer you. You will live, as will Alistair. You could slay the Archdemon and live as a hero, something no Grey Warden has ever done. In return, I conceive a child, one who will be born with the soul of an old god.
I think
After this is
anybody
done,
here in this
you allow
chat,
me to
Simon
walk
or
away,
Sean, is going to tell you
and
that
do
Dragon
not
Age 2
follow.
is worth playing.
Ever.
People
The
had
child will
complaints
be
about
mine to
Dragon Age
raise
2
as I
because of
wish.
its length and the fact that it only takes place in one area, but I
If
think
you
it's
care
worth
for
playing.
him as you seem
I
to,
think anybody here in
you
chat
will
is going to tell you
convince
it's
him
worth
to.
playing.
Consider what the alternative might be.
Yeah, I always do the
Do
God
you think
Baby too.
Alistair will fail to do his duty as
Gee,
the future
they
king
have to
and
do the
save
dark
his country?
ritual.
And if you take the blow instead, he loses the woman he loves. How do you think he would feel about that? I think you have many good reasons to tell him to save his own life. I think you should consider them carefully. Even if I thought Riordan could be convinced, he is unsuitable. I need one who has not been tainted for long. It must be him, and it must be tonight. A wise decision. I shall wait here then while you go and speak with Alistair. I urge you to be convincing.
Please convince him. This is a long stream. And just for the story aspects, for the continuity of the story. I know, Sean, right? What's the real downside? You have to go screw this good-looking woman. It's hard, but someone's got to do it.
There is no other way. I'm sorry.
The heartbeat. Right. I'm sure most of the men in here are probably willing to take that bullet, right?
I also saw Morrigan outside your room earlier, and the look
his
she
outfit.
gave me. Oh, that was icy even for her. Is something up?
Oh, yeah, something's
now
up.
you're
Something's
changing
gonna be up.
the subject. This isn't about me. This is about Morrigan. I'm tired, but I'm not stupid. What did she want? Oh. I guess whatever Morrigan had to say, it's big. Could you make it sound more
It's big.
ominous?
That's what she
Tell
said.
me already. You mean with the Archdemon, right? If you mean running away, I can't do that, but you don't mean that, do you? What is this about? Oh, something Morrigan cooked up, no doubt. What do you need me to do? Cute. This is payback, right, for all the jokes? But you're not joking. You're actually serious? Wow. Be killed by the Archdemon or sleep with Morrigan.
Bye, Shireen. I know.
How
I
does
actually have to
someone
get
make that
offline
kind
here in a
of
few
choice?
minutes. Everybody will love me if I
You're
go,
not
okay, we'll ride with the
actually
Archdemon fight.
asking me this,
Bye.
are you? What kind of ritual is this, anyway?
A dark one.
What? I must be hearing things, but are you telling me to impregnate Morrigan in some kind of magical sex rite?
Pretty much, yes.
This child. Why would Morrigan want such a thing? Does she want an heir to the throne? Oh, well, that's so much better, don't you think? Here I was, worried about creating another bastard heir, and I didn't even consider that it might also be some dragon god.
Okay,
whatever.
I don't blame him. It's a shock. I get it. It's a shock.
Idea, and I'm not saying I am. Is this really what you want me to do? Are you sure? Just agree. Just like that? No, not based on what you've told me. I can't. We don't know what will happen tomorrow. Riordan could end it, or both of us could die before we even get close. But if it could possibly spare you, or Riordan...
It would have been better to have Morrigan be a fat, ugly, old... Not that fat is bad. I should not have said that. But had to have her be in some way unattractive to him, some quality he doesn't like.
Let's go and get
And
this
then
over
make him sleep with her.
before
I mean, like being told you
change
have
my
to sleep
mind.
with somebody that you find intensely attractive, well, that's a tough chore.
'Twould seem your talk is done.
Great. So this isn't a dream after all.
I'm not.
What
It's
is it
not a
to be,
nightmare.
then? Has a decision been reached?
Wait. I want to ask about this child. The one you want.
Interesting. Honesty wouldn't have been my first choice.
I just want to be sure that you're not going to use this against Ferelden. That this bastard child of mine isn't going to show up some year.
Of that, you have my word.
My word. You have my word.
I don't feel any better about this. All right.
He is a strange boy, though. I will tell you
just
that.
get this
He's
over
a
with.
strange boy
Let
when
us
you
go
meet him.
somewhere more private, Alistair, and believe me when I say you will not hate this quite so much as you believe.
You might not hate it that much. I mean, he doesn't like it personally. It would really be forced sleeping. Oh, totally. But honestly, Crystal, in the end, he's a guy. He's gonna be able to do it. That would be an unpleasant night for her. I'm going to say that much. That'd be unpleasant for her to have to wait around now for the next several hours. The door, blah blam, the door opens. Oh, they didn't show. Is this after the fact? Did they not? She's off the ground entirely. That was funny.
So this could be it.
All right, so the one playthrough I've seen, there was a scene there where Alistair and Morrigan have
Just
sex, and they didn't
remember
show the sex,
that her
obviously,
ritual
but
doesn't protect us from getting squished by
they
the
showed the whole
Archdemon.
intro too. I thought they showed that part.
So let's kick its ass.
Let's kick its ass. The body comes flying over. Here we go. It's the Archdemon. Gigantic slice. Oh my god, it's like Shepard! Shepard when he shoots the catalyst! Blam! It is done. This house is clean. Clear. What did she say? This house is clear. Gosh, her hair still looks good. You're in your car on the phone. That's funny. We're just about done, I think. Oh, her mouth moved. All right, well, Morrigan's dark ritual must have been a success. And there's a baby on the way. Well, they get to be Grey Wardens together forever.
So, we made it.
We made it.
I'm impressed, aren't you? I was so scared that I might lose you. But here you are. And here I am.
That's why you screwed Morrigan, to make
Not
sure
bad,
that didn't happen.
right? At any rate, I can't wait to
And
be
we're
alone.
honestly, why was the price he had to pay such a? I mean, come on. Only a man would design that, though. You have to
Oh,
sleep
I'll
with this
be
good-looking
waiting.
woman. That will save the day. No, it should have been
I'll let
something
you get to your
unpleasant.
adoring public. They want to see the hero of Ferelden, and who am I to keep them waiting?
The harpsichord. Well, that's true. Okay, this... Don't remember any of this either. Well, this... Wow, that's some wedding dress. This does not happen in the game. He does not marry... Wow, this is a very heavily modded game. Oh, Bren. Somebody really patch all this stuff together from bits and pieces? That's amazing. Okay.
Whew, on the list of things I thought might happen today, a Kunari attack would have been near the bottom.
All right,
Thank you
we've
for your
jumped
help.
forward.
I don't think we've met. My name is Alistair.
Oh, what the hell? He looks
I'd like
terrible.
nothing better than to stay and help, but unfortunately the mission we're on can't be delayed.
There's something more important than an invasion.
Well, you wouldn't think so, right? I'm afraid there are larger things afoot. Can't say more than that. I wish I could, but I swore on my pinky to keep the Warden's secrets.
Oh, my pinky, my
I thought your order was more serious.
Really? I thought the joining was a laugh a minute.
I get that a lot.
We could use your help defending the city.
Even if I didn't need to go, Grey Wardens aren't supposed to involve themselves in wars like this. We did that in Ferelden after all. The Order was not impressed, let me tell you. Maybe this might help. It belongs to the
Alistair's
love
looks
of my
like her
life.
uncle's son.
But she seems to find stuff like
Well, I
this
have to say,
everywhere she
this
goes.
Alistair is not attractive at all.
Make her watch over you, my friend. and over us all.
Make her watch over you, my friend.
What are you doing in Crestwood?
Hunting one of our own. We have orders to capture Sir Alistair of Ferelden on sight. The man's slippery as an eel. We've been chasing him for weeks.
What have you been told about this rogue warden?
Isn't it odd to hear the Inquisitor's voice after 2 hours with no
more
voice?
than that. I hope Alistair comes quietly. I'd not fight the man who helped kill that many Darkspawn.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Sir, are you sure we can't help the village?
Our orders are clear. If we can't find Warden Alistair, we return to the commander with all haste.
Still don't feel right.
It don't feel right.
If I judge our orders rightly, harder decisions await.
None of those wardens mentioned a new leader. I don't think they're part of Corypheus's plot to seize the order.
Yeah, and if you're interested in our Discord, I put the link in the description down below to where the Discord, which I finally opened back up again. Where is Stroud?
It's just us. I brought the Inquisitor.
Oh my god.
I'm Alistair. It's an honor to meet you, Inquisitor, though I wish it were someplace a bit nicer.
Are you the Alistair who fought the Archdemon with the hero of Ferelden?
I need to change my name. Yes, that was me. War, betrayal, Darkspawn, all lots of fun, and made for excellent stories, I'm sure. Nobody cares about that anymore. I answer to Warden Commander Clarel now, like everyone else.
I only ever have this scene with
I
Stroud.
know the wardens have troubles of their own. I wonder, though, might those troubles have anything to do with Corypheus?
When Hawk killed Corypheus, the Wardens thought the matter resolved. But Archdemons don't
I also
die
never have
from
a female
simple
Hawk.
injury. I feared Corypheus might have the same power, so I started to investigate. I found hints, but no proof. And then, not long after, every warden in Orlais began to hear the calling.
I recall that being a bad thing. But I don't recall you telling me about all this.
It was a secret. A very
I don't
dangerous
know. I think
one.
Hawk is a man.
I try to actually keep a few of my oaths to the
Yes,
Wardens.
you have to choose between Hawk and Alistair.
Is the calling some sort of Grey Warden ritual?
Well, Wardens are tied to the Darkspawn. We're connected somehow. And eventually that connection poisons you. You get bad dreams, and then you start to hear the music. It calls to you.
The
quiet at
music, the hauntingly beautiful
then-
music.
first. So loud, you can't bear it. At that point, you say farewell and go into the deep roads to die fighting. In death, sacrifice.
And every Grey Warden in Orlais is hearing that right now. They think they're dying.
Yes, I think Corypheus caused this somehow. If all the Wardens die, who will stop the next Blight? That's what has them so terrified.
And then they do something desperate. Which is, of course, what Corypheus wants.
How can Corypheus make all these wardens hear the calling?
I have no idea. I suppose it's part of what he is. Corypheus is tied to the Blight, and not just a product of it like most Darkspawn. Wardens are connected to the Darkspawn too. That's how he seems able to control Wardens who get too close to him. And that's likely what he's doing here as well. Somehow.
Is the calling they're hearing real, or is Corypheus mimicking it somehow?
I have no idea. Before all this, I'd barely heard of Corypheus. I didn't even know he was supposed to be a Magister until I started digging around. But right now, all that matters is the Wardens are acting like they're going to die.
You said all the wardens are hearing the calling. Does that include you?
Unfortunately, yes. When I'm talking or fighting, I can almost ignore it. But whenever things are quiet, I can hear it. It's like a song you can't get out of your head. Damned annoying, frankly.
About to say that that does get annoying.
So the wardens are making some last desperate attack on the Darkspawn.
I saw what a blight did to Ferelden. If Wardens hadn't stopped it, there'd be no more Thedas. Warden Commander Clarel proposed some drastic things, blood magic and such, to prevent further blights before we die. I protested. Maybe too loudly. And Clarel sent guards and... well, here I am. Wardens were gathering here, in the western approach. It's an old Tevinter ritual tower. I'm going to investigate. I could use some help. We should get to that ritual tower in the western approach. Ideally before it lives up to its name.
What's it like, being a warden?
Oh, it's wonderful. You get fresh peaches delivered every morning, first choice of local village girls, and bunnies too. Well, maybe it's not that. Not even close to that. I watched my brothers die at Ostagar soon after I joined. I never thought I'd see wardens kill themselves.
Why were the wardens trying to kill you?
When Clarel started talking blood magic and demons to deal with the calling, I said it wasn't a good idea. First, it was
Not a good
awkward
idea,
silences,
Clarel.
some coffee. But when I mentioned Corypheus, things really went wild. The warden mages said I was interfering. Called me a traitor. Funny how often that happens to me.
Yeah.
You were there, weren't you? You helped fight the Archdemon.
Yeah, he's always king in my games too.
I'm going to be answering that question for
Alistair,
the rest of my
I mean.
life. Yes, I was there. It was big. The hero of Ferelden was brave.
Tired of answering that question,
was 10
Alistair?
years ago. What have you done for us lately, Alistair? New times. New problems.
Poor old
Was the
Alistair.
hero
Sounds
Ferelden
more
involved
sounds
in all
more
this?
world weary now.
She left before any of this began. A mission of her own. Something personal. We Wardens don't live that long. The calling I spoke of, the real one before it went crazy. Eventually it kills her. Thing is, when we killed the Archdemon, we discovered that might not be as set in stone as we thought. So she's searching for a way to end the curse. For us both. Maybe for us all.
How can the calling be stopped? Is that actually possible?
Grandin
He just said he
Fiona
doesn't
was
know,
once a
lady.
warden, so I'm told, but had the taint completely drawn out of her. And there was also a warden named Avernus, who extended his life far beyond what should have been possible. So, we looked into it. We weren't going to give up without a fight. And that's when we found a rumor that meant going deep into the West. It wasn't much, but we've done more with less. My love will find a way. I'm
My
certain
love.
of it.
Can't say her name.
The way you talk about her, I'm surprised you aren't still together.
Oh, there was a discussion, believe me. Someone had to look into the rumors about Corypheus. We didn't know what was involved at the time. She was going to stay to help, but we had a lead that couldn't wait. One of us had to go. And when I'm done here, we'll be together again. Forever this time.
If she's been looking for a way to stop the calling, perhaps she could help us.
I'll give the information to your people in the war room. If nothing else, I'd like to warn her about Corypheus.
Oh, the letter from the warden. All right, all right. Oh, we're just about done here.
There's danger, of course. But there's always danger. Thank you for getting word.
It's so weird to me
It's
to
easier
see
put it out of
Alistair
your
in this
mind,
situation.
to focus on the task at hand. But hearing from her again. Oh, Maker's breath. But I do miss that woman.
Oh, that's so
let's get on with it.
romantic.
Something you need?
We'll talk later.
The warden you brought to Skyhold, his name is Alistair?
Whoops, I stopped it. Sorry about that.
Yes. Didn't you meet him?
No, there's no point in that now. He seems a good man.
That's true. He does.
It's not important. I'm simply musing on the clever tricks.
I wonder why
the
she's
Maker
asking.
plays.
You were once a Grey Warden.
Mine is an unusual circumstance, Inquisitor. Normally one is part of the Order until death. But long ago I found myself stripped of what made me a Warden. They tried to reinitiate me, but nothing worked. Nor could they figure out how it happened. So I was sent to the Circle of Magi, the first Warden ever to be kicked out.
Yeah, I always make him king too. I always
Quite
make
the
Alistair king.
achievement.
That's why I have to play a human
Becoming a
rogue,
warden
the noble
seemed
human
like a
rogue in
dream when I
Origins,
was first
because it has to have one ending for
Towards
me.
the end, however, my brothers and sisters, they felt I had somehow cheated death. I was glad to leave. It also made me unique.
Boy,
in
this
the
Inquisitor's got some great
I had an
figure.
opportunity to do more than I ever could as a warden.
You mean you began the Mage Rebellion?
I pushed for our vote to free the Circles of Magi. But I cannot claim sole responsibility for what followed. Still, despite all the chaos, I would do it again. What happened had to happen.
I'll leave you to it.
That's him.
All right, we're just about wrapping this up now.
I thought he'd look, I don't know, more demonic. Tentacles and fiery
Oh my
breath.
God, he's saying that
He
right in
is
front.
a normal
The J-Lo mod.
boy, Alistair.
Why would you
what
say
does
that
he
right in
know
front of the
of
kid?
How he was made.
He knows his father was a good man. I thought you deserved that much.
He's
Wow.
changed you.
I must think this kid is stupid or something. He's saying all this right in front of him. Father. Oh, that was it. I gotta stop this. All righty. That was it. Boy, that was longer than I expected to be. And it had a lot of scenes in it that I did not expect. It was interesting, though. Okay. Well, that's it for me today. I hope you guys had a good time. And I will see you on Thursday. And take care of yourselves. Bye.